Yo, Neo, yeah, you're, 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 whatever my shirt. Oh, damn, I'm reading my shirt. What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? We in this. Get in here. Let me just send out the alerts. Welcome. Damn, this shit is still eating up my memory. I deleted up mad space on my computer and it's still eating up all this CPU. I don't understand. How? What is really going on? I don't get it. How all of a sudden did I delete mad space? But yet, this is still taking up 7.7 CPU, which is not a lot. But once it starts to get to 8, it F's out. And I'm not even doing anything on my computer. I didn't do the intro. What up, Ty? I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. If there's F's tonight, I'm gonna be mad. Like, I didn't really get to clear off my whole computer, but it is what it is. Anyway, we're gonna see how much it goes, cause this might turn into the real Mad Monday. This might turn into the actual Mad Monday if this is just effing the whole time. I don't understand, bruh. I hate that all my streams start off with this bullshit. I hate that it always comes to this for no reason. Like, I'm not even touching my computer. Like, what would that be? Is there like, it's like some of the most space I've had in a while I was able to delete and it's still here. But fingers crossed, fingers crossed, fingers crossed, fingers crossed, fingers crossed. I'm not gonna lie, this is kind of a consistency stream, but it's also kind of like, man, you ever like, I don't know. What's the most important thing for a man to have in life? Ty, I'm gonna let you answer that question. I had to decide a whole bunch of stuff. I also have to restart every time just in case. Oh, delete a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah, it's weird. I don't have a lot of gigs, so that's probably why. I only have like 6 gigs free, which is crazy. That's probably like the main reason. But like, I was running like off of 2 gigs for like this whole time, and like it was only using 6 point something percent of CPU, and now it's like keeps creeping up to like the high sevens. Oh, I said, what does a man need most in life at home? Let's see if you get the question on the first try. For him to be fulfilled and be his best, what does he need? Thank you. The P word. The P word. And that P word is peace. And it's crazy because it's like, why is that so important? Why is peace so important? You know, because I think the man needs peace to be at his full potential. You know, because otherwise it's his job and duty to create the peace or keep the peace. Try achieving that with a woman and 2 kids. See, I wouldn't exactly blame it on not really blame, but I wouldn't really put it on the woman, but I could see the stress that 2 kids would immediately bring. Simply because, like, they're dependent on you. The modern woman isn't so dependent on the man, but I could see that too. Peace is so important because you have to be at your full potential. Like, any distraction is so detrimental to the man because the man is a natural fixer. He's a natural problem solver. Oh, when she walks, I become the complaint center. Walk. Yeah. Yeah, I think people don't generally don't like complaints, especially when they're doing things to that is like, damn, like if you knew what I was doing, you wouldn't complain. Uh, the man needs peace though, because the man is naturally a fixer. So the more things he has to fix, that's more distraction, and the less he's spreading himself thin, so he can't fully be the man. And I don't even mean this in a gender way. I would say a woman would need peace just the same way. So it's not just time just wasted on non-peace. I'm trying to be zen and can't. I feel like you're pretty good about being zen though, but everybody behind their house doors is obviously a little bit different. So I obviously don't know what you're going through. When we are broken, it's hard to fix. However, we still try to fix. Right? It's in our nature to fix. And I think people don't realize the true fragility of the man. Like, a man can be so strong with so many things, but like one little thing can just break him down. And but we don't really get that grace to like, oh, you did it out. We just have to like tough it out. And this is no, I love being a man, and I love, and I really don't. I put it beyond gender though. I believe that just kind of. I think that we're all kind of like more equal than ever. Yeah, but it's hard to fix. It's hard to fix when you need to fix yourself as well. It's like trying to fix something with a broken hammer. Like, it's just gonna be annoying. You know what I'm saying? It's like I gotta fix my hammer first, and then I can fix the other shit. But sometimes you gotta just fix what you can while you can, because it's not just about you. The reason I titled this Mad Monday is because I feel crazy. I'm not actually angry, but you know, clickbait is real. I have nothing but the utmost respect and love for my wife, and I know how strong she is, but we are not to be looked at as broken, only as fixers. You mean because you have kids at this point, and so it's like it's beyond you? You can't even let your personal issues even, it's not even space for it. You have to literally fix everything else. Is that what you're saying? And if that's what you're saying, that is a reason why at this point it's not about the kids. Oh, it's about it's about just you guys being the best people you can be. Yeah, that's tough too. The kids are a given. I get what you're saying. You got to still show up and be the intended people. They will grow and learn. They will grow and learn and grow. Yeah. Yeah, I don't even know about having kids at all. It's crazy. I'm like, a lot of my peers don't have kids, so I never felt like weird like pressure to do that. It always seemed like, why do that at this point? But a lot of people do have kids, so then I do, when I go into other certain circles, I'm just like, oh yeah, I feel kind of like strange. But peace is so important though. Kids will change you. I believe it. Sometimes I say a lot of times for the best though. It gives people purpose. I feel like I've always like kind of known. I've struggled with purpose, but I've always kind of like known what I, or at least if I don't know what I want, I know what I don't want. My kids help me keep my peace. Okay, so the kids are actually the, and that actually makes sense though too, because you're dealing with this like innocent life that didn't ask to be here, and it is just pure like unconditional love. So it's hard to you just they need to eat. These little kids need to eat. If I don't do anything about it, they won't. And they just like love you regardless. I get that. Wait till they turn to teenagers. Peace is super important. When I have peace, I feel good. I feel confident. I feel strong. I feel I can be productive. You have to lead with kids, and kids hard to truly take a back seat when you're a real parent. Yeah. And there's a lot of not real parents out there too, but yeah. I'm probably selfish where but it's honestly it just never come up to have kids with me. It just never really happened. So that's, but I do see the way that people feel about their kids though. And I get it, I get it. I get it. I get it. Without kids, it's okay to be selfish. Right, right, right. Yeah, selfish is an interesting word too, because that took me a while to like realize that like selfish doesn't necessarily mean bad. Because to me, selfish was just always like, that's bad. You never want to be selfish. But it just means thinking about yourself, doing things, for self gain or whatever. Well, there's really nothing wrong with that. It's when you're like put other people down, or like exclude other people, or you know, sometimes it's best to think about yourself, take care of yourself. Yeah, it is interesting though. The older I get, it's just like, damn, kids, huh? But I don't know. It's just something like maybe I've pictured myself with kids. I just never was like something that I realistically like saw happening like that. You know, if it could like happen through magic, it would be, seems like it'd be easier, but just like I had a lot of expensive things by design before kids, like fancy cars, sporty cars, and convertibles. I feel like a lot of parents have this story where it's just like, but it's never a regret thing. They never regret the kids though. They have these stories of like how life was, but they never regret it though. It's like, would you go back and change it? And most people are like, kids that have 4 doors. You got minivans, you got station wagons, you got bunk beds. But I think kids do give a sense of purpose because of exactly what never regret, of course. I think kids do give purpose though, because it's like things that the kid is gonna do and discover on its own that you could never anticipate. I think that's what that parenting is about. It's like, damn, like I wasn't even into sports, and my kid's a all-state basketball player. It's like, damn, like I never saw that on my cards, shit like that. It must be crazy when you like raise like a famous kid, you know. Like if you were like Obama's parents or like that must be like weird as fuck. Like, damn, we didn't see this shit coming at all. If his parents were still alive when he made it to be president, or like, you know, even like a Michael Jackson's parents, like just them on some like regular shit, and then like all of a sudden like something they created becomes like really matters in the world. That's the craziest part about it. Not the craziest part. I mean, it could be anything, just any special kid. You never know. But again, peace is so important. I define peace as like not really like space so much, but just like benefit of the doubt, grace, unconditional love, support. You know what I'm saying? Just good vibes. No to few arguments, understanding, acceptance. That's how I consider peace. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you have a dream, that's great. How can I help? Oh, you don't need my help? Okay, I'll give you your space to do that. You know what I'm saying? Just understanding. Support. Support. Sometimes you can support somebody by leaving them alone. Sometimes you can support somebody by helping them. Sometimes you can support somebody by listening. Sometimes you can support somebody by offering help or suggestions. You know, there's different ways. Sometimes you can support somebody by saying nothing. Sometimes you can support somebody by saying the right thing. You know? What is peace? Is like giving somebody what they need, right? Or what they want. What does peace even mean, though? Like, how do you define peace? Like, there's different types of peace. It could be like peace between two people is just like, what, an agreement to stay friendly. You know, peace, a comfortable environment, a safe environment, feeling free to express yourself without any repercussions, peace. Sometimes it's quiet. You know, is peace for somebody, peace and quiet. Space to think, space to grow, space to breathe, space to develop, space to explore, space to be wrong, space to experiment, space to just figure shit out, space to fail if I didn't say that already. But also that space to redeem, grow, learn, you know? Peace and love. There's some love inside of peace. And I always hate like the term space, because space insinuates you don't want to be around that person. You know, but sometimes peace is just like driving in your car, blowing off steam, you know, just peace, just pure. I could just get all my shit out and come back, you know. Peace is acceptance. Peace is letting things go. Peace is this BONG has no more water in it. Peace is jumping on stream and chatting. Absolutely. Peace is definitely streaming at this point. Like being able to vent, you know? Being able to say whatever I want to say. And without being, you know, just being able to say it. Unfiltered, unchallenged, uninterrupted, whatever. Just, you're right. Peace is jumping on stream and chatting. It really is. Like, this is my therapy. I might unlock something that I didn't think about earlier. Talking without saying anything and saying a whole lot at the same damn time. That's kind of what I'm doing right now, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie, I'm definitely beating around the bush. But you know what? Yo, on a side note, our vertical stream is kind of doing all right. It has like over 500 views on that shit. And that's us. That's us. That's the same amount of views as Deshay and Dub. We got on our stream with just us. That's not bad. That was a W stream though. I put the little clickbait title so it looked like we were like had conflict, like we're fighting versus or whatever. It's all part of the plan. But all this peace talk, you got to take accountability too, right? Because your definition of peace might be different someone else's definition of peace. You know, my definition of peace is like space and quiet, and someone else's definition of peace might be reassurance and spending time. It doesn't mean that I don't like reassurance and don't like spending time, but when I want that moment, it might look different. You know what I'm saying? We got to repeat it, do it on my stream too. Yeah, let's do it. Exactly. Yep, that's a good idea. We'll do the part 2. That's a good idea. I'm down whenever. Yes, this is facts. You know what I'm saying? So there's that thing, and we always bring this up, is like they say treat people how you would want to be treated. But that is not bad as long as you're right. But is you should treat people how they would want to be treated. Sometimes you might do something that you want and expect people to like that, and it's like people just be on some different shit all the time. All the time. And it doesn't mean you're not compatible, it doesn't mean you're not a good match. It doesn't mean anything. It just means that you're different in that regard. You know what I'm saying? Some people like spicy food, some people don't. So Ty just redeemed the singing challenge or quest or whatever you call it, sing mode, because I did the same thing to him, and he said peace is a double-sided coin when talking about relationships. Peace is a double-sided coin when talking about relationships. You're right. You're right. How long do I have to sing for? Peace is a double-sided coin when it comes to relationships. And when I was watching you, I was like, just sing, just do it. Now I see why it was fucking annoying. Relationships are hard because people are different. And you never know. And what's crazy about relationships is that everyone is on their best behavior in the beginning and giving a lot of grace. But the moment you get comfortable, the true colors start to show on both sides. And you both release your demons and your insecurities. And sometimes it catches people off guard because they thought things were one way, but it was just you trying to be nice and impress. I had to think if I really wanted to sing or show tunes it. Next time I'm going to auto-tune it. Oh shit, I do have the auto-tune box too. That'd be hard. I forgot about that. So that's a good idea. I think I should make mine say I just have to sing for 30 seconds. So I think I should be good. Yeah. That was a W. So for the AI, I just had to do a sing it thing, sing it mode, where I have to sing. BKS Experience, aka Ty, donated or gave 2,500 channel points to get that. I forgot my soundboard has auto-tune kind of feature. Yeah, I saw that too. You could do the deep voice and the... I didn't realize it had the auto-tune though. I had a whole shit for that. I used to perform with like the auto-tune and shit, where I can lower the pitch and higher the pitch too, but it's not built into a soundboard like fancy like that. I gotta like really hook that shit into a thing and all this shit. That's fire though. That's fire. That's fire. I'm still excited for TwitchCon. I'm hoping that that's peaceful, you know. I'm hoping that that's fucking peaceful as fuck. Yeah, peace is definitely the, maybe I should change the title to Mad Monday Peace Stream. Maybe I'll change it after. But no, I'm really not mad. Have I ever been mad on stream? Only when my fucking connection F's out. That's when I'm like the only reason I'm really mad on stream. It better be peaceful. I know. Fucking $800. It better be peaceful. Shit. For 2 tickets, I mean. But still. It's just like, well, yeah, it's more like 700 actually. I think they were 350, 352, and then the price went up to like 372 after August 2nd. So 700. But with everything travel, and everything, it's gonna be like 1,000. Shout out None Your Business, and shout out Lisa Brooks 493 for the follow on Kick. Appreciate you. Oh, almost 800 to be mad is crazy, right? Well, that's why I'm gonna be mad. If it was $20, I might be like, I might just leave, you know. But the cool thing is like a 3-day thing, so it's like, hey, maybe we'll be mad one day, but maybe we'll get 2 good ones out of it. I'm just doing boy math. Oh. So Ty is None Your Business on Kick. How many more burners do you have? Shit. Are you some of these other YNs that come in and talk shit too? Shout out Ty with the burner though. You could kind of call Euratica my burner, but it's not really my burner. I just don't use it on YouTube. And it's actually, Euratica is my premium account. I don't have a premium on my regular Kyle Young page. It's on my Euratica page. Shit. Might as well. I think I have a Euratica Kick too, but I stopped using that shit. Yo, it's so crazy to think about like how I wasn't like streaming like that, and now it's just like streaming. I was like an active just watcher. Same with you, I guess too. Yeah, think about it. Just a watcher. Couldn't decide if I was doing a kick or not. Yeah, you don't have to, but I just personally like kick. I just like it. So to me, it's like, how could I not be a part of this world if I'm gonna be streaming anyways? I just enjoy kick as a platform. Not that it has that much to offer, is that great, but it just something about it. It has charm. When it's popping, my kick's been dry lately though. Shout out to the new follows, but it's been so dry. People are migrating back to Twitch though. Neon was a big one. Then someone else, I feel like someone else went back. Oh, well, DDG went to Kick. Is he doing that full show on Kick too? I didn't even check. I haven't watched one frame of that show. I've just been seeing like clips, barely. This girl said she just made $500 in one night on Kick and don't make as much on here with 20K followers versus her 800 followers there. It's on both. How do you make money on Kick with with subs? I guess subs, huh? Because there's no ads on Kick, so it's just literally subs, I guess. Unless you get a Kick deal, I guess maybe they throw you some bread. Well, with 800, I don't know. Because there is like the affiliate and all that shit, but it's like, what does it do? Not sure, but I think she monetized, but not sure how she made the money. There's gotta be subs. And like other dumb shit like, you know, donations and, you know, little things, the TTS and all that shit. Because I'm surprised they don't have ads yet, but I think that's like their edge over Twitch is that they don't have ads. So they probably will not do that shit. And you can rewind. But Twitch is obviously the superior platform, and I think YouTube is better. But for monetization, I think Twitch has got it though. But for everything else, YouTube. Kick is just fun because it's more lenient with what you can post, so you can just kind of go crazier. If you're the right person, people are just gonna throw money at you. For me, it's like hard. Just like a regular dude that's like not particularly famous. You know what I'm saying? It's like, nah. I'm gonna have like teenage YNs watching me that have no money. But it really is in your programming and how you call to act and all that stuff though. Because you're killing that shit on Twitch. And I'm like, damn, you got this many subs? What the fuck? Like, You know what I mean? So there is obviously more that I can be doing. So we'll see. I really feel comfortable in my IRLs so much. I love my desktops, but I really just feel, and I know like IRLs are kind of awkward to do sometimes for people, but like I really fuck with my IRLs so bad. Like we got to do YouTube vertical IRL, you know? And I know I was like a non-YouTube vertical believer, but damn it, those views are those views. Even the one from last night is still like more views than I normally would get. Where it's like, damn, I almost have to do the after show just to pull in that data and get those watch hours. I made $1 in ad revenue. Hey, fuck it. I think I will probably get the monies from those non-followers via ads. Yeah. $1's cool. That's something. That's something. That's more money than music from streaming. Like on iTunes and shit. It's hard to make $1 in music. You gotta really get some decent numbers. Fuck ads, bro. And I guess people, I wonder if I wonder if I have ads on my YouTube. I just don't know. I just don't really. Actually, I don't think I. That's a good question. Actually, I wonder if I have ads on my YouTube videos. But I don't know if I'm a partner yet. I think I'm almost there. I just need more watch hours. But I never really did long form content until recently. So it was always just music videos and shit. I feel like my purpose as a streamer is to be like a streamer's streamer. Like somebody that you would watch if you're trying to get into streaming too, to be like, don't do that because Kyle did that, so hopefully you don't have to go through that, you know? That type of thing. Like that type of streamer. Like the average person might not appreciate it, but like someone that is into streaming might appreciate it more. Switch your purpose then, LOL. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of like that. That's always been my purpose with art though. I like to like, I never like try to be like the best. I always try to just like experiment and do new shit to like maybe like inspire the next wave. With like even like with everything, I just like to just try different new shit. Like take the art form and just like do some different shit with it. Not that I'm doing anything that unique with the streaming. I'm still learning it. So, you know, but after time it'll get more signature. Way too niche. You're right. That's a tiny niche. It's a tiny niche. It's a tiny niche. But you know what I'm saying, though. So yeah, I gotta expand it. I mean, I guess it's like, you know, I mean, I would do other things. That's why I like throwing the little trying the food things. And when I do try the food, I try to make it like somewhere where there's multiple, like a Wendy's or a Dave's Hot Chicken. But I still feel like a streamer because I feel like I talk about streaming a lot. You know, need to broaden a little more than lock in with your niche also. Yeah, that's true. I don't know what that would be because I'm into so many different things. So it's hard for me to like figure out like what that would be. And I'm kind of like one of those like jack of all trades types people where it's like, what is it, jack of all trades, king of none. So it's just like, I mostly like don't go so far on into a lot of things because I'm into so many things. So I'll like pick something up, become like semi-expert, and then put it down and go do something else. I'm still in experimental phase. Yeah, your shit works though. I was looking at some of your like VODs and stuff, and like it seems like people like when you react and watch content with them and all that stuff. So it's like that. Sometimes it's not what is. That's the hardest part is like figuring out. It's not about like what you want or what you would like. It's about like what other people would like. And I kind of had to learn that with like music too. It's just kind of like, but some people would be like, no, make music for you. And but I used to say that back in the day and people would look at me funny. And now they say, no, do it for you. Don't try to do it for other people. It's weird. So today was a combo of my niched out things with some broadness experimentation too. Yeah, I feel you. And what I like about you, you always stream at a consistent time. And you have a similar format. Do it for you can go wrong. I feel it. I feel it. I feel it. Some people can do it for themselves though. You can tell. It just works out though. But you do have to think about what others think though. You do have to, because that's who you're trying to present it to. And most people are not you. Most people are not streamers. Most people are not rappers. So you gotta make content. It's like a broad niche though. Okay, I always do food. I always do messy stuff. I always do pranks. I always do, and then you can branch off from there, but find the central thing that is me. And I don't know what that is yet. I'm not gonna lie. Like, if I had to sum it up, okay, I do desktop streams. I get toasty. Oh, why do I not have a toasty? Hold on. I don't have toasty on here? Yo, I was using toasty on something recently. I had an OBS set up actually back in the day that had a toasty. But I swear I was using that toasty. It's like I was supposed to put it on the soundboard and I forgot. We might have to add toasty back. Dudes that make music for the block. That block ain't but so big. Well, yeah, exactly. You know what's crazy about that? I feel like that used to be the thing, but then I think somewhere along the lines, like making super specific music, kind of obscure, kind of started to be what kind of worked in hip hop, because it's like super authentic. I know what you're saying though, but somewhere along the lines, maybe with the internet taking over, that sort of thing kind of started to become what people like, because maybe it can get a further reach. I don't know how to explain it, but even like a Kendrick Lamar, if you think about like what he talks about, is very like, if you know, you know, but the way he says it is just catchy and it sounds cool, I guess. I don't know. That's just one example. These kids still doing block me. I feel you. I feel you're saying like you're speaking of a very specific thing. Like and it's like yeah. Outside your block, don't nobody know about your. I mean, I guess and maybe where I'm wrong is by saying that is like maybe if your block is big, then maybe it could go. Like maybe Kendrick's block is already big and famous, whereas like the Ave is regionally known. You know who was cool though? Who had that from I think he might have been from Bloomfield fully, but like on some Hartford shit. Remember Gangstalicious, aka Zoe, rest in peace. That dude was ahead of his time. I know you know who that is. He came to my house one time for a party. That was crazy because I had already heard of him. Just like in this, it was like an urban legend, and then he just like, outside your block, don't nobody know about your block. Basically, it's one thing to have universal block where everyone can relate, but them kids that be so zoned into that small specific area, naming a small demographic is wild. Hey, you better have a good song then. That's undeniable. Your song better just be so good that it takes off. But there are general ways to like make the song go further, like Scarface, My Block. Damn, my block. He's just saying his block, and so everybody could like sing along to that. So that's kind of like the genius songwriting about that record right there. And if you don't know about Scarface, My Block, then you should. Gangsta was taken off the map by the Blues. Yeah, exactly. That shit was crazy. So young, so talented. So he was a nice kid too. Very nice, very respectable. Man, that's so crazy. That's so crazy. Ah, man. That shit was unfortunate. Shout out to Shaquille Lee. Oh, I forgot what he used to go by, but people call him Shaq. You probably know Shaquille Lee too. That he was like an original YN. I remember him being around when he was like 15 and shit at like Young Studios. He brought Gangstalicious to my house for a party. I think I just randomly hit him up on some like, we're trying to get more people to this party, and he pulled up with Gangstalicious, and they stayed like till like 6 in the morning. I remember them just like on my living room floor, like just like chilling, like rest in peace, Gangstalicious, aka Zoe. Damn. Yeah. You got to know he was like he was like promoting like super super young. Like I'm telling you, he was like 15, 16, coming to Young Studios saying he has artists and shit. Like way ahead of his time, and was like dealing with celebrities as like a 17-year-old, 18-year-old. Let me show you Shaquille. You gotta know him. You gotta know him. He had another name at one point, I think, but he was a part of this group at one point, this rap group. You gotta know him. And if you don't know him, you've come across him. It's impossible. He's tapped in, especially you cross paths. Same crowd. He's just young. He was just young. And maybe he's not that young now, because we're all older, so it doesn't seem that he's that far away. But like at the time, it seemed like young. Maybe not. Maybe Ty missed it. Maybe he doesn't know. Maybe he's looking it up elsewhere. I should have saw if you. I guarantee you're probably friends on Facebook. I would find that impossible if not. But he's also kind of elusive too, so it's also possible that you could have not ran into him. But anyway, I just remember that was a crazy time. And then like, I swear, like a couple months or a year later, crazy. And I just was like, damn, like, you sometimes you meet somebody and they just like he just had like a different energy. It's like what I would imagine like meeting Tupac was like. You know what I'm saying? Like you hear all the stories, you see the visuals, you see the artwork, but then when you meet them, they're just like cool as fuck. I wish I would have met Tupac. Damn. All right. Ty's gonna BRB or bathroom break or bring red balloons. I don't know. Why was I talking about that? Oh yeah, people talking about their block. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I've seen the trend of that becoming popular. Talking about, but yeah, if your block is like super super little, like that song better be a banger. That song better be a banger where people just can't get this song out of my head. But you know what was crazy though is that YouTube kind of kills that. So it's like people could like still get their fix locally without having it to be like everywhere. It's just on YouTube. They could just listen. So you might rack up like 15K views, but it might be from like a lot from a small demographic regularly. Whereas like before, just even start to get people to listen, you had to like really really push that shit. So that's the convenience factor for people, is that people can just get music so easy by typing it in. You had at least had to like to get music before, like at least go to the record store, like, oh, I need this one song, da da da. It was very possible, but you really had to go out of your way and pay and hope that it's there in the store. But now it's just like there's 5 versions of the same song on YouTube, different versions, remixes, instrumentals. Find an instrumental back in the day, you really really had to go out of your way, assuming that it existed. Now it's just like you don't even need to do that. You can just, I use Logic Pro. I'm bringing that shit into Logic Pro, drop the vocals out. Easy. Built in, stock fucking software. It's crazy. I love the future though. I love the future. There's just, oh man, there's just so many ways to fix things nowadays. Shit used to just be fucked up, and now you can like actually fix a lot of stuff. Like health-wise, we can just fix dilemmas. You know, we can just fix dilemmas, catastrophes. We have technology. We have faster communication. We have self-driving cars. Like, you know what's going to be the worst thing about self-driving cars is that like all the old people, the older adults that could benefit from it are just going to be against it. Like, you know, it's crazy. My grandfather, he doesn't drive anymore. Whatever. I think he still could, but he doesn't drive anymore. But but he still likes to go places. But I think that it frustrates him that he doesn't drive anymore. And he has to get rides from people. But I also think he would be like, "Fuck that self-driving car." He wouldn't. He doesn't swear, but I'm saying that's my translation. Like, fuck that self-driving car. I'm not taking that shit. You know what I'm saying? But like, it's kind of one of those things. But I just want him to like stay around long enough where that shit becomes so normalized, where then it becomes an asset to him. So I'm hoping that we live in this fucking magical world where people can like live to like 130 like super easily, and I hope that he'll be like a part of that wave, so that he'll see like the technological boom, and then, you know, he might just hop in a self-driving car and go to like New York for the day, just drive around and have it, you know, just like the intuitiveness about technology is what's the most exciting part. I first noticed this when I saw babies, 2-year-old babies, using iPads. How do they know how to do it? It's not that they're evolved and they're smart. The iPad is made to be easy to use. It's made to be like what we think. Babies are just going to touch shit just to see if it does anything anyway. So when it does, they're instantly like, oh, okay. They don't even know that this is the coolest invention. We just know how to use it because it's been developed touchscreens and shit for years. From the phones and even way back, touchscreens existed. So we've kind of wanted it, but the fact that they know it. So that's what I love about technology, is that it just becomes easier to use. That's the crazy part about it. You're going to be able to talk to your car, be like, take me home. You know what I'm saying? I mean, now you just push a button, super easy. But just even things like, you know, like an AI on your phone, a Siri, like how just the ease, like you can talk to text into your phone instead of typing. You can, instead of having to do T9 mode on the phone, you can just type in the full letters. We have texting. It just makes things easier. You know, everything I love that technology is about convenience. ChatGPT, it's the greatest technology, and it makes our lives a million times easier. You know what I'm saying? And no. It's not that it does make our lives a million times easier. It's easy to use by design. They created the most complicated piece of technology of all time, and you can talk to it how you want. Bruh, like, the fact that you don't have to code to talk to ChatGPT and it can do the most amazing shit in the world is crazy. You can talk to it in slang, and it's going to do what you want. You can use bad grammar. You can misspell all the words, and it's still going to probably give you what you want if it's the right context. That's insane. You know what I'm saying? For that type of technology, like, you would think we would have to be like, probably people thought that like in the future we would all be like computer technicians. In a way we are, but like we can use plain text to do the most advanced computing that's ever existed in the world. It's crazy. Plain text. What's the excuse now, you know? It's insane, bro. Just the simplicity of the iPhone, we'll say the smartphone, just it's literally a faster computer than existed in the 80s in our pocket, and we navigate it by touching buttons with a picture of the thing. It sounds so childish in a way. It sounds so elementary, but it just works. You know, the idea of like, I sometimes am like, oh, I don't want to stream off my phone, but like low key, it seems stupid because but it's actually like really advanced technology. We just like are used to it now because it's like whatever. The idea of FaceTime, like I remember being a kid and like wishing that there was video call, and now it's so regular. It's so regular that people don't want to be on FaceTime anymore. People are like, don't FaceTime me. Like, isn't that wild? I think we always wanted it in the watch though, and I'm surprised that hasn't happened yet. But it's also not that valuable, especially when we could have a big ass screen like this. I think that's why it never took off. Because what's the point? It would be cool though in certain situations, but and people would definitely use that shit. But the fact that, and you know what nobody saw? Nobody saw the fucking video phone. No one saw it being on this thin of a profile as a smartphone, and no one saw it having this big of a screen that can. And what's crazy? This is what we couldn't anticipate. This big of a screen can go horizontal or vertical and horizontal, and there's a camera on the front so we can see that there, and there's a camera on the back. Just I'm talking about the device in general. Like we couldn't have conceptualized this in like the 90s. Like it would have not been as thorough as it is. You know, so actually some of those, I think the Razor did have a front and back camera, right? That was pretty early on. That's a good question. I would have to double check on that. Or did you just use the back camera and go like this? With your arms stretched out. Selfie mode. Just guess. Nah, but technology is crazy. The touchscreen says a lot. Plain text, what up, he's back. Plain text MLM says a lot.
You good, man?
I think Ty went to go take a shit, something. Either that or tend to his kids. But it is a little late there. I hope they would be asleep by now, but you never know. Yeah, say the word. We'll do the vertical stream though. We'll do it on your channel. We'll see the numbers. Have you gone vertical again? And because I feel like they've been fucking with your numbers. But you kind of do got to stay on there for a couple of minutes for it to start to pick up, I noticed. Not since. Yeah, I don't know. That's why these platforms, they fuck with you sometimes. Like TikTok will fuck with you. They'll fuck with you so heavy, like you'll be like, oh wow, I didn't even think this video was even that great, and it's getting these views. And then the next week you'll get nothing off the same shit. We need to come up with topics and things. Yeah, we could do that for the vertical. We could do that now. It's hard for me to like think ahead though. I mean, not really. I can think ahead, just great. But for that, I do like current events. I think that always works. So it's almost like, but just that making that part of the structure. Okay, make one section current events, and then you do the research that day or that day before type shit. ChatGPT is amazing for that. Yes, exactly. I live on ChatGPT. So helpful. And that's what's crazy about ChatGPT. I've been on ChatGPT I think since like 2022 maybe, something like that, maybe 2021, and just fucking around with it because I had just heard about it, and it's just gotten. What was I gonna say? Damn, I'm gonna say it's gotten better, way better than it was. Damn, I forgot what I was gonna say. It's all good. But I use ChatGPT to do my titles, my captions, my images, thumbnails. Fuck it. I stopped using it for certain things, but I will use it though, because I can kind of tell the way it writes sometimes. It's like this is kind of some bullshit. But for images though, I never saw ChatGPT being like this good at creating images. I did not see that shit. The way it creates like realistic texture sometimes where it looks like it's actually like, that's where I'm like, how the fuck does it know how to do this? It does some good shit, and it's gotten way better at being consistent. Like I made that if you watch day, let's say 87, if you watch day 86 part 2 on YouTube exclusive, not on Twitch and Kick, that thumbnail, like I was very happy about that thumbnail. I might show it on stream. Go to my YouTube though. Look at this. Oh, I can't see it full screen. Damn. That's the thing about thumbnails. It just seems like such a waste. But I know that some people are, when they watch it on their TV, the thumbnail shows bigger. So it's worth it. Look at that. I made this one with Clifford the big red fish. Bruh, if you don't fucking focus, don't be a bitch. Well, I guess, there we go. Close enough. So the whole stream is not about the fish Clifford, but I was going through trying to find thumbnails, and I saw at one point that I guess, drunkenly shot the fish tank. And I was like, that's the frame. I have to use all my free trials for one image, then import it into a burner to complete the image. Yeah, that's tough. Yeah, if you ever just need like some one specific thing that's kind of like a one-off thing for like a special, just throw me the prompt. I'll run it through it for mine for you if you really want. Or if you just want me to keep like a tab of like your shit that you just like keep prompting, I will. I could throw it in because that sounds terrible. I was doing that shit actually for accountability. I was using 2 accounts on the free shit, but I had to get it for this fucking Kemet shit, so I just started paying for that shit. Invaluable. Are you limited in image creations for the pay? No, you can make as much as you want. You can make as much as you fucking want. The only thing that happens, if you keep a thread too long, it'll say like, this thread is too long, and then it'll just, you gotta start a new one. That's the worst part. And I do a lot of like shit like on YouTube for my chapters and descriptions where I'll paste in like long summaries in so it gets the full context of what's happening in the video. And so that kind of eats up my space, but nah, unlimited images. And you get Sora with it too, so you can make videos. Yeah. I'm gonna have to break down and yeah, you might. Yeah, I'm telling you, it's one of the ones I feel best about. I'm just like, fuck it. I don't even notice it coming out of my account. I don't even care. I don't give a fuck. Yeah. Well, again, if you want to run one through mine, that's, maybe not the everyday thing, but I don't mind. But as long as you come up with the prompts, it costs me nothing to copy and paste it in. So it's whatever. If you want me to run some for you, but yeah, they should have did a $10 tier first. Yeah, it really does help. It really helps. It helps with those promo images. Yeah. No, I think I pay for 2 AI things. I pay for chat, OpenAI, ChatGPT, and I pay for 11 Labs for AI voices, AI voice cloning and shit like that. I definitely pay for that shit. I'm not gonna lie. I probably pay for one more AI thing, but I don't know. I don't think I do. I think it's just those. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Twitchers. Yeah, it's crazy what it lets you do. And on the free one, I was having issues with like it was like creating like copying styles like of other cartoons, but as soon as I paid, they just stopped caring, and they just let me do whatever for the most part on that shit. Hold on, BRB. Who is it? I'm good. I'm back. Is that like Joel Santana or something? Santana. I would have paid for Gemini, but their imaging. No, fuck Gemini. Don't pay for that shit. Gemini's trash. Grok is decent for free, but chat. Who else? Gemini's okay actually. No, Gemini sucks. Gemini's okay, but nah, fuck that. ChatGPT is way better. And the other one is Meta. That one they started to do some video shit that not a lot of other ones are doing. But the reason why ChatGPT is the best is because it can create transparent PNG files. Like no other shit is doing that. Grok is cool because it can make good images fast for free. You can get a lot of free Grok. But other than that, they're kind of all trash except for ChatGPT. I had to I had a call a couple times with Meta about their AI, and they were like, "Tell me what you like," and it was just so trash. Like they were trying to their AI agents, and ChatGPT has AI agents that you can use now for the mid-tier $20 a month joint now. So that's a whole other thing. I tried it with one thing, but I had to cancel it because I prompted it wrong. It's usually my own error. I don't know. Maybe Gemini paid version is way better, but and maybe it can make transparent PNGs at this point, but I don't know. My main AIs that I use are the built-in Google search AI and ChatGPT, and Grok once in a while for certain shit. Grok is good when you need like a lot of photos fast, but Grok does dumb shit. It's hard to get like full body pictures of people on Grok. I love my Meta glasses. I hate the AI it's boxed into the Meta platform, and that is too government for me. Ooh, that's different though. That would hit different though. The Meta in the glasses, the AI in the glasses. That I could see using it for that reason. I want ChatGPT in glasses. It's more universal. Yeah, but like soon, once that shit all evolves, because it's all it's like it's kind of like Bitcoin. You know how like Bitcoin might run first and all the altcoins might run after. Once whoever sets a new precedent and it looks like ChatGPT is going to be the front runner for a while, then they all start to get the shit. You know what I'm saying? They all start to get the shit that everybody's already has. So your meta shit, if you give your meta 5 years, it's going to be way more advanced than the ChatGPT we have now type shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I look at it. Too government is too PC, and PC government is not the same as PC back in the day. Do you mean politically correct PC? I don't know if you're talking about like PC, like computer. Does you mean politically correct? Yeah, politically correct. Yeah, ChatGPT in the glasses is crazy, but you can just do ChatGPT in the phone though, and you could really get the same. Almost, I mean, obviously not the same result, but let's do it in the phone. I'm gonna drink her wine. Sorry, Monique, I'm drinking your wine. I'll buy you some more tomorrow. Pinot Noir is out of pocket. You bought this. Yo, life hack. Sit down. Life hack. Get a Costco membership. I think it's like $60 a year. Get a Costco membership. Maybe they don't have Costco everywhere. Maybe they have Sam's or BJ's, but most places should have Costco. Get a Costco membership. You can get a Costco pizza for $10, bro. You can get a rotisserie chicken for $5. That's enough to last one person like 4 days for $15. Just saying. Well, Pinot Noir is different. Shout out my sponsor, Monique. Life hack. In a pinch, Costco food court is a savior. 2 days in your house. Yeah, I mean, I'm saying by yourself. But even still, $15 for 2 days is not bad for multiple people. $7 a day, like I've recently been getting that because we just got that membership. I'll get a chicken. I'm good for like the whole week, low key. At least 4 days. At least 4 days. I remix the chicken and make soup or break it up in it. So you're already on the Costco wave or whatever. Does BJ's and Sam's have the same shit? They don't have the food court the same though. They might have a food court, but maybe not the same. And do they have the rotisserie chickens? Or are you talking specifically about Costco? Because when I go to Ralph's, the grocery store, that same rotisserie chicken is more like $9. I feel like maybe $7, $8. It's definitely not $5. And a pizza for $10 is crazy. The only cheaper pizza is Little Caesars, $5.99 joint, and 7-Eleven pizza, which is not the best. Who are you? Wait. Thanks. I was trying to figure that out. Appreciate it. I have Costco's, had BJ's before. Pause. I think I prefer Costco, but still expensive. Costco, is that a take that Costco is low key still expensive? Cause I was kind of feeling that way. I've never really bought. The only thing I've only really bought from the food court. I'm not gonna lie. I just go in there and go through the. Man, that's just incredible. Shout out Jamal Ginsburg for the follow. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you, bro. Shout out YNU7OMS. Maybe if I'm saying that shit wrong. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you, bro. We had two YNs just pop in the chat. Say something. Feel free to troll. He said, I don't buy much when I go to Costco. I might just sample and buy like 5 things, LOL. 5 things at Costco is a lot. That's still a cart full at Costco. Because all the things are fucking oversized. But those samples though. I've definitely gone into Costco hungry and just fucked with the samples. I'll even wait. Sometimes the worst part about Costco is that, yo, I was so mad when I went to Costco this last time, cause like, there'll be like one sample left on the thing, and the person will be over here, and you're heading this way, and they'll be like, you both see it at the same time, but you're trying to be polite, and they'll just take that shit. It's like, damn, I could have used that one sample. And you have to wait fucking 3 hours for them to make the next sample. They just like, they're on a certain schedule with that shit where they just can't like have the samples on deck. And they have to make each sample on each individual sample before they put it out. That shit is incredible. I love Costco though, I'm not gonna lie. My daughter be having me loop around to get more samples. That's just that, your daughter's a smart person. The loop around is the life hack. Just go around again. Fuck it. They don't care. Maybe once in a while someone will be like, oh, you're back. Yep. Mm-hmm. We back. I don't eat all of it though. Sometimes they try to give you some weird cheese. I don't really fuck with cheese. I should probably be more grateful. Yo, sometimes at the Costco they have, I don't even know what it's called. I can't even tell the story because I don't know what it's called. It's sort of like a little pita, but they put like the oil on it. It's kind of like a pizza with the cheese. That shit is fire. There's no tomato sauce, but that shit's fire. That shit is fire. What is the best Costco sample? I don't know if they do this on the East Coast, but have you ever had Adele's? No. Yeah, Adele's sausage. Pause.
Pause.
They have a whole stand. That shit's fire. And Suki's Indian food. That stand at Costco is fire. I come back, get samples, and pretend I'm gonna buy the product, walk away, and put it down. LOL. Nope. No, I never pretend I'm gonna buy the product. Never. Never. I'll never give them that satisfaction. Never. I'm not even gonna pretend. I'm here for the sample. Yeah, they don't have it. See, West Coast Costco hit different. Not saying it's better. There might be some shit that it's like, damn, you got the. No. What would I buy at Costco if I want to buy the big Henny. They got the big Henny. It's like $80, but it's like this big. I might get that for TwitchCon. I'm not gonna lie. That shit is ridiculous. That's like a comically sized bottle of Hennessy, and it's only 80. That's enough to share, for sure, for sure. This shit is crazy. It must be like 1,000 ounces. Oh, hold on. 1.75 liter. Hold on. So this one, decent size Henny, respectable Henny bottle, $7.50. So double this. Oh, that is a good one. That's the real. That's actually the real size of Henny. But there's another one from Costco that's even bigger. It's like the one that like your grandmother would have at her house. If your grandmother drank Henny. 1 liter. Wait, is that really the biggest one? Maybe that is what size, because if that's the case, it's cheaper at Total Wine. But it's also 110 on DoorDash. 80 on GoPuff, so is it the same price? Or do we gotta go to Total Wine and whatever, Spirit, or what, I'm assuming that's what it is. For the fucking 67 is crazy. We might have to go get that shit. Hold on. The biggest size is 1.75. No, I swear Costco has a bigger one. Hold on. Hold on. Let's see what the size at Costco is. 86, 89. Hold on. Let's see what size it is. 1.75. Oh! We might have to go to Total Wine. 67. Bro, that's almost how much you pay for the regular one sometimes at a certain spot. Oh, we're getting a big boy for San Diego. That's a fact. We're getting a big bottle for San Diego. I'm not gonna lie. Respectfully. Efficiently. You know what's gonna suck though? It's gonna be like I can't bring that shit into the convention center. I'm gonna have to get tricky with it. I'm gonna have to have like Nestea bottles and shit. Oh, I just went to Subway. Be gone off the Henny, I'm not gonna lie. Shit. I wish I could bring like big ice cubes. Like if I could figure out how to get like big ice cubes inside of, no, I guess we could. We'll figure it out. How long have we been on? An hour 13. Great. That's like one of the first time checks where I looked at it and it was like, oh shit, cool. I'm not mad at that. Damn, I don't want to drink all her wine again. I guess I could go early and get her another bottle. I owe her like fucking 4 bottles now. Actually, I feel like I owe her like 2. No. Legit, I owe her like 4 bottles. I'm not gonna lie. 'Cause I drank all the ones I got for her. I don't even know if she knows that I got her those bottles for her birthday. Like, that's how fast I drank those shits. There was no time to even discuss. It was just there and gone. Shortly after. God. It's all good though. I do it for the culture. I don't know why I said it like that, but I do. Okay, so no Fs tonight, not bad. So we can hit 7.3% with no Fs. So it means that like maybe what does it mean? Maybe no, it doesn't make sense. So maybe it's more or less of like fearing 7.5%, which isn't that out of the ordinary. I'm talking about CPU usage, to making that 7.5% is not that big of a deal. I want to know what the biggest Henny size is. They don't have a bigger one. 1.75, a half gallon. Wow, that's it. That's okay. That is a good bottle. Oh yeah, that's a good bottle. Yeah, that's almost like too much, right? We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I feel like when I look on Kick, my camera looks bright as fuck when I look on the screen. So it's like I want to like go down a little bit. I like it dim. I don't know. I want to be Batman. We've been on live for an hour and 16 minutes. I think that's a W to me. Damn, do I just finish the rest of her Pinot Noir? Damn, I feel bad, bro. But I really will get her some more, I swear. I'm torn. I feel like when somebody's a, it's no offense, I feel like when somebody's a crackhead and they like steal money from like their family and friends. But I feel like I'm stealing beer. But I'm also not stealing it because I bought it. And I do intend to replace it. I just, you know, life's. I do need to do a sober stream. That shit is fucking stressful though, bro. I probably would be fine now, but I just, it's not even that it's hard. I just like, the time moves so fucking slow. That's it. That's it. I can stream perfectly fine without drinking. It'll just be like, somehow, when I said, oh, time check, it's an hour, 17 minutes. It'll be like when I look at it and it feels like this amount of time, it's going to literally be 13 minutes. And my mind is going to be blown. It's like, damn, I feel like I've been on here for 13 days. So, I don't know. The alcohol just makes you not give a fuck as much. Imagine how I feel without drinks. That's true. That's true. If Ty can do it, so can I. And with that, that's true though. I'm like complaining, and Ty did like a 2 hour 40-minute stream today. Raw dog off the dome. No liquor needed. I just poured up all her wine. I hope she doesn't want to drink later tonight. She's already asleep. The probability's very high. Okay. Let's put those water bottles in the chat. Ty just said to hydrate. And there's nothing more hydrating than the cool, crisp feeling of wine, especially accompanied with ice. No, but that means that oh yeah, I don't fuck with energy drinks. Energy drinks are gonna fuck me up more than wine. Can't do those. That's like pure sugar and shit. Unless you get the sugar-free ones, I guess, but those don't taste as good to me. I'm a sucker for that Red Bull Peach. That shit is fire. And there's a other Red Bull, that red one. I forgot what it's called, but that one's fire too. Yeah, no, you know what I can drink though? What I can never drink before is Diet Coke. I stopped drinking Coca-Cola. I haven't had a real Coca-Cola in a minute, I'm not gonna lie. And for real, I know I think about it, I won't even touch that shit now. But so I got into Coke, what's this shit called? Coke, I guess it's called Coke Zero. Is that the one where it's like the red can with the black letters? Coke Zero, hold on. Cause I call it Coke Zero something else. Yeah, Coke Zero, the red one with the black letters. So I got into that. I tried that shit, and I was like, yo, this shit tastes like fucking Coke, and so I was drinking that as like an alternative. I was like, this is cool. I can drink this shit, and I always growing up, I always hated. I always hated Diet Coke. I thought it was disgusting. And when I got into Coke Zero, when I tried Diet Coke, Coke Zero tastes better. I mean, Diet Coke tastes better than Coke Zero. But this is to Ty's challenge. I drink water. Hey, that's why I added it. Uh, but and so now I like Diet Coke more than Coke Zero. And I hated Diet Coke when I tried it before. I was like, this is the most disgusting. I don't know, and it's weird because how could I be weaned on by the thing that doesn't? I don't think it tastes as good as the other one. I feel like Diet Coke is just more, it tastes more like the regular Coke. It's like it has the same fizz to it as a regular Coke, but the Diet Coke, I mean, the Coke Zero doesn't have as much fizz. Even though it might taste closer to the flavor of Coca-Cola, the crispness of the Diet Coke is better somehow. I'm gonna do a cleanse stream. This guy has a cleanse. I'm gonna try on stream. Oh, okay. What is it without giving away if you don't want to? Is it like the cayenne pepper joint? I heard of one where it was like cayenne pepper, lemon, and some other shit that people were doing back in the day. I wouldn't mind doing a fast. I don't know if I would do that on stream. Well, I would obviously do it on stream, but it would be more outside of stream. But cleanse is crazy though. That just sounds like not fully sure. He said he'll give me the 1 day cleanse where it's 3 different drinks. Damn, that just sounds like a whole lot of toilet paper. Pause. You know what I mean? That's an awful lot of TP. It's an awful lot of flushing. I mean, you could eat like a whole bunch of grapes and yeah, probably different fruits and veggies, right? If you eat just grapes, only grapes for the day, you'll be shitting your face off. What's another fruit that makes me fucking mostly grapes, mostly grapes, mostly grapes. I gotta get on my shit. I've been fucking eating pizza and shit. Not a lot, but I'm still like maintaining. But I have a couple of like days where I'm off my regular shit. Damn, Ty sent the water emoji. That's what's up. It might have saved a life, you know. I mean, I don't mean to like speak on shit like that way, but W Ty. Yeah, I gotta relax. Yeah, I'm supposed to be a vegetarian. I'm the world's worst vegetarian because I'll go like streaks, and I'll just eat some pizza. And it's not like I try to go with the cheese pizza. I'm gonna get the pepperoni. Like fuck it. But I am a vegetarian in my mind, a lot of the days. But some days I cave. I'm like a vegetarian, but I'll eat McDonald's once in a while. It's weird. One time, and I think I said this on stream, but I'll say it again because it's a different stream. I got this is recent, the Impossible Whopper with real bacon on it. What the fuck? But, you know, sometimes you're just hungry, bro. And I'm not really like a vegetarian to like only eat plants, though I would like to do that full time. It's more for health reasons. So, once in a while, McDonald's isn't the worst thing. But I believe in plant-based though. I believe in it. It's just hard to maintain. It's very hard to maintain. And kind of gets boring after a while, I'm not gonna lie. But I like it though. I like to like deviate and then come back. I like it. It's like a good cleanse. Kind of like, I don't know, trauma and stress and then like recovery. I think the struggle is good for the body, right? Just constantly building and restructuring your immune system. And I didn't really mean to say immune system that much, but your metabolism. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, the best, I feel the best when I'm eating just plant-based shit though. I'm not gonna lie. It's so hard though because there's so many good food that's not that. So then it's like, well, let's try the Wednesday meal at Wendy's. Let's try the, I don't know, it could be whatever, bro. It'd be like, oh, you want to get in and out? It's like, fuck, you know what I'm saying? It's like, yes, I do. I do. I do want to get in and out. Damn, am I gonna do the after show tonight? I don't know if I'm gonna do it tonight. I might not. I might. I might. It's like I kind of want to do it until it like doesn't fuck with me anymore. Shout out Diablo Mix on Kick for the fucking follow, my guy.
Stop playing on me. Stop playing on me.
That's what's up. Appreciate you, bro. Where you from? If you're tapped in right now on Kick, let me know where you're from. If you're tapped in on Twitch and you're not Thai, let me know where you're from. But Thai, you can let them know too. Appreciate you, appreciate you, appreciate you.
This shit structured.
You know what I mean? Appreciate the follow, my guy. All right, Kick. I was kind of like saying that it wasn't popping off.
Let's go!
Diablo
shit.
Mix 333 just followed.
Oh shit. Hey, from Canada. We got Diablo Mix on Kick and Twitch. Let's fucking go.
Let's go! Let's go!
That's what's up from Canada. That's what's up. Are you from East Coast or West Coast, Diablo Mix? Just curious. Or are you in the center? Damn, you followed. How'd you find me on both? You saw my overlay and decided to just hop on over? That's what's up. Damn, you hit me with the double follow. That's a first. I love unprecedented events. Middle, Saskatchewan. WU. Shout out None Your Business on Kick with the alien. I know who that is. Channel look cool. I appreciate you. What look cool about it? Elaborate. I just want to know. I'm not trying to put you on the spot. I just want to know so I can do that more. You just see a yunk just popping his shit. That's where Wolverine was from, Saskatchewan. I never knew that. I didn't know Wolverine was Canadian. The fuck? That doesn't. I was gonna say that explains a lot, but that doesn't make sense. And Deadpool, they're both from. Wait, Wolverine and Deadpool are from the same place? Since when? That's the whole thing? Is that they're from the same place, literally? The fuck? What? I missed. How was that movie, by the way? Was that movie fire? I kind of regret not seeing that. I feel like I should have saw that one. It was like the right movie to see. Was that movie fire? With all the variants and all that shit. Damn, I gotta visit Canada at some point. That would be the most W stream. Not the most W. Well, shit, fuck it. Yeah, let's glaze Canada right now. Might as well. Toronto's definitely on the bucket list. It was good, not the best one though. Ah, damn. I feel that. I used to read a comic called Alpha Fight. That's what, like, the Canadian X-Men. Damn, you go deep in the lore. You go deep in the lore. It took me a while to figure out that a lot of people that we like here in America are just Canadian. Like, there's a lot of Canada's a whole big place with a whole bunch of shit. Like Jim Carrey being Canadian is like, oh, okay, okay. I liked your music producer setup. That caught my attention. Oh, you know what's funny about that? I barely even do music on here. Oh, my music producer setup, the speakers and the da 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 da. Gotcha. Yeah, we got the fish too. He's kind of asleep right now. You can see him right here. He's red. It's kind of dark. You can't see him. His name is Clifford, though. I appreciate you, though. Diablo Mix 333. That's what's up. Yo, Diablo Mix, you're on some. Do you make music? Do you have a channel too? Like, I'm gonna look. Because if you're the type of person to follow, I'm gonna follow you. Some people are just watchers, so there's no point in following them. But if you got a page and you post and you do this shit, I will follow you expeditiously. You have like a logo and shit. No VODs up though. You have 6 followers, but you don't link to another page. Let's see, let's check the kick. Hold on. Let's see what Diablo Mix is doing. I see the Mega Man thing, that's just fire. No videos and no links. So I would follow you. I mean, I'll follow you anyways because it's not going to really affect my overall because you don't go online. But I'll give you the follow anyways just for the support. Get a neon light for the fish. It's less harsh and will enhance the tank for night. Right? Exactly. His light is so bright. It's brighter than the actual exposure. The neon light. How do I do that? Yeah, I think I have a tube light somewhere. Yeah, maybe we like spec them up blue right quick. Thanks, man. I only stream a game called Path of Exile sometimes. Oh, okay. When do you stream though? Like what time? So if I wanted to tap in, maybe I will. And do you stream on Twitch or Kick? Or both? Seems like you have both. Clifford will thank you later. Okay, so they like the neon light? All right, Clifford. No, Clifford's been... Yo, Clifford, he has a pattern. You put something new in there, he doesn't fuck with it at all the first day. The next day, he's fucking with it. We got him this little house. He wasn't fucking with it. Today, I saw him in there 22 times. Slight exaggeration. He was fucking with it. But he still likes to sleep on the side of the plant, though. It's like, I brought you the house so you can sleep inside of the thing. But, you know, you just gotta respect him as he is. He just likes to be outside. You can't tell the dog to sleep in the doghouse. He has to want that. He might just sleep in the doghouse when it rains. He might just like to sleep under the stars. So, for whatever reason, he's comfortable there. He used to sleep on this plant right here. You probably can't see it that good. He used to sleep on the side of this plant. Now he sleeps on this plant a lot. And he won't sleep in the house yet, but maybe soon. We'll see. Is your fish one of those fighting beta? Yeah. He's a red one too. He's a blood fish. I'm not gonna lie. If I was thinking about getting a blue fish for him to fight, but I don't want him to get fucked up. Though I think he could win though. I really think he could win. But just not every time. I can't lose him over a fight. You know what I mean? Because they will fight. He's a little sleepy right now. I could wake him up, but I want him to, you know, chill out. You know what I mean? How you doing? I could wake him up. He gets very excited. I'll do a fish stream. I'll do one where it's like focused on that screen, or I gotta figure it out how I'm gonna do it, but I'll do one stream like that. We definitely gotta have the Clifford cam at some point. They're cool. They go nuts if they see a mirror. Okay. I heard about these little floating mirrors. I only have like a small tank, so eventually I need to upgrade the tank so we can have more room to swim around. Yeah, but the mirror, that's one thing I wanted to get, and the little ring so he could swim through. But maybe I'll skip the ring since he has a house. Maybe I'll just get the mirror. Good. Hey, tune in. Maybe you'll see me get him with the mirror. You know what I'm saying? No, I appreciate you. We have Canadians, Canadian people, Canada has been tapping in a lot. He don't need more room. He will be fine. It's only a beta. You know, it's crazy. That's what I'm trying to say. We had a beta and a vase that was the size of this for 3 years. He was happy as fuck. But, you know, I guess they can be happier. If he was in alpha, he would need a better tank. Wait, do they have actually alpha fish, or is that a joke? He said the beta is good with what he gets. But it's really beta, like BETTA. That's funny, though. No, but that's the crazy thing is, like, I was reading all these reviews on, like, Reddit, and they were like, he'll be much happier. He must be in a 5-gallon tank. This is 2.5. Still, here's a hell of room. I get it, though. But it's like, he was living in a fucking butter container this big. And they say they're in that shit for like 1 to 6 months. So this is a fucking mansion. He's lit. This is a fucking 2-floor duplex. He's good. He's good. I promise you, he's good. But I will upgrade. Maybe we'll get him a little bit bigger tank, a 3-gallon tank, a 4-gallon, you know, or go up to 5, you know, in due time. Maybe when we move, we'll get Clifford a bigger tank too, so he can do his thing. Clifford is here to stay. But it was crazy. I looked up someone was like, yeah, I had a fish in a little vase container, and it was lasted for like 5 years. And they were like, well, imagine if you would have put him in a big tank, he might have lasted for 5 more years. So I said, damn. Okay. Beta living the good life, right? He's chilling. He was so excited. He was swimming around, and he was very happy today. We feed him, and I was like worried. I was like, what if we have to go away for a week? How are we gonna feed the fish? Fish are good. These fish are good for up to a week without food. You just gotta like kind of front load them, and as soon as you get back, do that. But like, I said up to a week. Oh, this is the most low maintenance shit of I've ever heard of. It'll be all right. They can fast. They can do it. I had a 28-gallon bio tank with a 5-gallon baffle tank for saltwater fish. It had clownfish, a dory. I love how everybody calls it a dory. The real name I cannot remember for the life of me. A bunch of sea life, sand rock, and more. It was vibrant. Yeah, 28-gallon tank sounds, bruh. That's over 10 times the size of this tank. Where did you keep this? How do you have the space? I guess it's up and sideways. That's a big ass tank. And you know what's crazy? The clownfish and the dory, like, yeah, Nemo and Dory. When I was they had those two fish right next to each other, and I didn't know that they like commonly are together. I just thought they just did that as some character shit, but like, that just goes to show people really like make these movies intentional as fuck. Like, these fish really go together. It was a cube and had its own stand. A cube that was 28 gallons? What the fuck? How is that possible? 28? How, like, where do you even, what? 10 times the size of this and it's a cube in your house? Where do you keep that? How is that a real thing? Oh, I mean, I guess. That's like I had shrimp and anemones and more. Whoa. 2 betas together will kill each other, I think. Yeah, I think if you put them in a big enough tank, they might survive, but pretty much, even if they're male and female, they'll mate and like still kill each other type shit. Specialized setup. Yeah, that's deep. Yeah, nah, from the research, it's not a good idea to put them together, which is crazy. It's like, how do they even, it's just survival of the fittest at its finest. Yeah, even the male and females will kill each other. That's insane. Fighting fish. Well, wouldn't that be a GG to watch two fish, red and blue, just duke it out on stream? I might have to invest. My nephew turned. I'm just kidding, of course. I'm just kidding. This is just parody. I'm just joking. My nephew turned the AC up and it killed off a lot of stuff in the tank. Don't tell me that, bro. I know these fish. They like to be in warmth. They like the tropical. You got. I do not have a heater for this guy. Might have to get it because I feel like my water is like 65, 67, and they're supposed to be in like 82 to like, no, it's like 70 something to like 80 something. 2 betas equals an alpha. True. 2 betas equals 1 alpha winner. You're right. That's actually a point. Yes. Damn, that's kind of like, damn. They say you're not a 60 till you a 60. You're not a beta till you off of betas. You're not an alpha till you off of beta is crazy. Yo. Costed too much for salt water. Had too many temperatures and chemicals to maintain. I was like a scientist. You're right. So am I good with the beta, right? Like they're pretty low maintenance, right? I don't have to like go too crazy with it, right? I'm telling you, I had a beta in a jar for fucking 3 years with no filter. He lasted. He was chilling. I believe he was blue if I had to look back, but I don't remember. Very low maintenance, right? I have no chemical. I'm gonna say, I'm not gonna say I thought about, oh, there he is, someone around, you see? I'm gonna turn the light on because he's being a little bitch. It's gonna be bright as fuck though. Since you want to swim around, you can see him. Hell yeah, you can see him. Anyway, he's just cooling right now. We could expose to him, I guess. Expose to, but it's still kind of too dark though. It's your close-up, Clifford. His name is Clifford. He's named after Clifford T. Huxtable. No, he's actually named after Clifford Harris. No, he's actually named after Clifford the Big Red Dog. That's the real story. Who's another Clifford? How's life in LA? My older sister moved back from San Diego. She was going broke. Damn. Wait, she went broke in San Diego and not LA? Yeah, I didn't really fully experience San Diego to know like what broke life is there. Life in LA, let's see. That's a good question. Life in LA is it's whatever. It is what it is. It's like regular, you know. I guess I kind of just like got assimilated to paying this amount for shit. I don't know. It would be like a weird like thing like to see if it's like, oh, this is a little cheaper, but from what I'm observing from talking to people from different places, it used to be like LA rent and shit was up here. So now when I talk to people where the rent was like halfway down here, now they're more like still up here still. So just say like a 1 bedroom and at the minimum in LA is like 1,500. You're finding people in places where that would have been 700 before, 750, and now instead of 750 they're paying like 1,300, 1,200, 13, 1,400. So it's like, how's life specifically? I kind of stay home a lot, so I don't really experience a lot of LA, but when I do, the shit's fire. I'm not gonna lie. We were just in San Diego last week, actually. It's hard, but I assume it's hard everywhere in the world. So, I mean, luckily I work and I have like backup financial streams, I guess, but it's still a struggle. I'm struggling every day. But when good shit happens, is to me is worth it. It's like a long-term investment, but I don't know. True, life is expensive everywhere, I guess. No, for real. It's if anything, it's like I feel like LA's been like catching a break. It hasn't been like moving with the same inflation as everywhere else. It almost like dialed down a little bit. So LA's cool though. I mean, you know, good weather, things to do. Yeah, LA's good. LA's good. I think. I mean, the way we're doing it is like the lowest you can probably pay somewhere, but there's just so much to do. Like, we went to Soldier Boy's birthday party, like casually for free. No, we paid $12 for the tickets, but just even still, it's like so many people would, but they're just not like conveniently close. So it's like dumb shit like that that makes it worth it to me. We casually ate like popcorn chicken in front of the Hollywood sign. Just, you know, a little drive, but like not really at the same time. 26 minutes because of traffic. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. It's like, if you're like content minded, it's kind of like, it makes sense. The hardest part is getting here. The hardest part is getting income once you're here. You know what I'm saying? Like, low key, if you're interested in moving to LA, the biggest advice I can get to you is like, I'll just say get a job. Even if it's not the best job, just get established so you can get a place. And then you can just start to use your free time to figure out the next step. You know, get a job. Get a job at Ralph's grocery store. Make $20 an hour. Pay your rent. Establish yourself. Get used to that. And then you're going to have some days off. Use those days to do your passion until you figure out realistically how you can start making money off the passion. That's the hardest part. Real hardest part. Or just use your regular job as a sponsor to do your passion until that starts to pop off in ways that become lucrative. It's still hard though. Bills are hard. But yeah, try to get something consistent, or just work. Even if you have to do like a food delivery or some shit like that, just do whatever you gotta do. But just most importantly, just be here. You know what I'm saying? It's so, imagine, you know, you're 15 minutes away from like the hottest thing that's happening on the internet that day. It's invaluable. You know what I mean? You can't even get a plane ticket fast enough to even get there and do what you need to do shit like that, unless you're incredibly, you know, set up, which most people aren't. So it's shit like that, man. I don't use LA enough. I keep saying that. I don't use it enough. I stay home a lot. My work that I mostly get is from back home, so it's like I'm basically there. I'm just living here. But when it pops off, it's worth it. You know what I'm saying? It's really worth it. It's really worth it. Man, great video, cool vibes and production. I appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you tapping in. It's always good to meet and connect to new people. You can see BKS in the chat. I've known Ty, aka BKS, for my whole life essentially. You know, I've just known him in different ways, as one of my dad's students to celebrity photographer, and now he's like into streaming and shit as a clipper and a streamer and all that shit. So I don't know. You never know. This is like the coolest form of networking. You know what I like about this networking? Because you're showing off what you can do in real time in a practical way and still networking at the same time. So I appreciate you, Diablo Mix 333. Is that like a play on like 666? Because I always found that interesting, the 333 and the 999. Do you think mumble rap is an anomaly? Do I? Yeah, kind of half evil. I feel you. 333 in the building. Yeah, I fuck with that. Do I think mumble rap is an anomaly? Wow, that I don't even know how I would word it like that. Is an anomaly. So anomaly is like kind of a one-off thing. That's only like that's what it is. I see what you're saying. Do I think it's an anomaly? No. Well, yes, but like, what would make it an anomaly? That like it's just accept it just for what it is, and if something was to use the same principles, it might not work the same way. It'd be like, okay, so mumble rap is like the equivalent of like if like singers just started putting out music that was like off key, but like people like found the art in it, I guess. Yeah, maybe it is an anomaly. Yes, it's a one-time thing that. What? But at the same time, kind of not though, because like you could say mumble rap is like the incoherent lyrics, but people just like it for the sound and the texture. But like, what about like? And in a sense, it is because there's only one mumble rap. But what about like? Nah, never mind. Sure, I'll just say yes. Hated calling yellow cab back in the day. Wait, what is that? Was it just? Oh, it's 666. Yeah, yeah. It's different numbers in different places. I do remember that. 6666666 or whatever. I listened to your vibe and some of the old stuff from Cube and Snoop, and I wonder what the fuck is mumble rap so bad. Oh, I see what you're saying. I feel like the whole mumble rap wave has passed. Though it does still exist, but I think a lot of things get put into the mumble rap category. I feel like mumble rap was like a very specific thing at the time. Like, who was the original mumble rapper? Was it like Lil Uzi Vert? And they like to put Yachty in that category, though I never felt like he was a younger mumble rapper. It's like Lil Uzi Vert and like Young Thug, where you kind of can't tell what they're saying. Young Thug, especially like on like lifestyle and shit like that. It's just more. It's more of a stylistic thing. So I don't. It's kind of like mumble rap is made for people that like mumble rap. That's like the simple way to explain it. People aren't too. It's like people that are into like the process. You like they know. Oh, this is just off the dome. This was like all punch-ins. Like he was like on something when he did it. It's like more for like the listener that's more into the lore rather than like the technical music application. Designer was definitely poster child for that. Yes, designer for sure. We did not know what the fuck he was saying. Credit card skims. Yeah, true. Designer, Lil Uzi Vert, not so much anymore. Lil Uzi Vert got kind of clear, and Young Thug, and maybe a little bit of Rich Homie Quan. Rest in peace. Mumble. Oh, here we go. Perfect. Mumble rapper list. 21 Savage, definitely not a mumble rapper. 6ix9ine, definitely not a mumble rapper. Boy JB. I wouldn't say that. Blueface, I wouldn't say that, but like Blueface kind of did like the slightly like on the other beat type of thing. So the baby, definitely not a mumble rapper. Designer, yes. Famous Dex, yes. Gunna, he would be in that category, even though, I guess. Kid Buu, I don't really know his music that much. Kodak Black, yes, but Kodak Black was more of a rapper that mumbled more than a mumble rapper. But I guess, sure. Lil Baby, yeah, you're right. Lil Pump, no. Lil Uzi Vert, Lil Xan, yeah, kind of. Migos. See, I feel like they're just talking about like a sound now, like a fucking, like the trap sound or whatever. Like the Migos, like, yes, like Takeoff kind of had like a casual flow, but he was actually saying shit though. But I guess that's kind of the point, right? Quavo definitely not. Offset, it's just more or less like people rapping with a southern accent is considered mumble rap. Net Spend, don't really know. Richard McQuine, I said that one, right? Rich the Kid, yeah, I guess. Smoke Perp, Trippy Red. I feel like Trippy, it's more of like an application, how you blend your words together, you say the shit we want to shit. It's just kind of like that. Ugly God, Young Boy, yeah, I guess. It's okay, and who else was? Young Thug, Yeet. I think I said it wrong. I think I meant like fad or meme music. List from Wikipedia. Xan is just awful music. Oh no. I mean, right. So it's like people get put in this category. It's like down south rap with people that are choosing to actually like mumble as an aesthetic because they hear other people doing it, and then like people that are just maybe on drugs. And it's really just like the not clear rhyme, every single syllable that you hear, what you spit it, like that exactly. And it's more or less like dialing it back so it's not so like, it's like putting a filter on your delivery. So it's not so just like punchy and just like straightforward. It's like putting a little filter on your delivery, a little drawl on it. So he said, I think I said it wrong. I think I meant like a fad or meme music. Okay, I think we would have to debate what, and this is a good list actually, because it would probably uncover a lot. What is the best mumble record? I don't think 6ix9ine is a mumble rapper. What's one that people, Designer might have that one. The Baby's not a mumble rapper. Gunna, Lil Baby, they had good success. I'm not saying Migos are mumble rappers, even though kind of low key that started around what they were doing. I feel like Rich Homie Quan, rest in peace, had good mumble rap that it kind of proved like his melodies were so good at him or what he was saying. I feel like Young Boy's kind of the same way. Young Thug, same way. Lifestyle. I feel like Young Thug lifestyle is like quintessential mumble rap, even though there was mumble rappers considered before him. We don't know what we literally don't know what he's saying. Yeah, I guess Lil Uzi, it doesn't matter. And it's time, it's when the coming got faster. Now with this, I am, that's mumble rap, I guess. 21 Savage is crazy. He's not a mumble. 21 Savage is like, he's not a mumble rapper. His delivery was just so like laid back. It was just like more in the cut. It wasn't like a, and then to call 6ix9ine a mumble rapper when you can hear literally every word he's saying. It's like, Black Boy JB could be considered a mumble rapper. It's more his like drawl and how he speaks. It's interesting though, because all these rappers are so different. Yeah, Rich the Kid is definitely a mumble rapper, but in a good way. He makes good records. I don't think Trippy Red's a mumble rapper. He might just use it more as an application, but you can hear all his words. Yeet definitely is be on some other shit. Yeet has like 25 voices though, so it's like, which Yeet are we talking about? But I do remember that becoming like a thing though, like people just kind of like, oh, we're about to hit the 2 hour mark, just kind of pause, but like loosening up their jaw when they say their lines. There's just a little draw. You know who's really like the originator of that, and we don't know if that's just how the way he talks or not, but 50, right? Is 50 the first mumble rapper? Low key, right? Because he was doing a different sound. That was supposed to be on some like would-be down south kind of, I don't even know what. He was switching up his style, but I still don't know what 50's style was switched to. But he was kind of the first rapper to say shit like, you miss the words together when you shit. So that could be an early mumble rapper, where it was more like swag based and like trying to get every syllable in it, like Eminem, just trying to make every word just so clear. Even Jay-Z's very clear in his delivery. Or is RZA the first mumble rapper? That's not mumbling. Mumble is when you don't really give a what you're saying. Yeah. Chief Keef, mumble rap. Rick Ross, not mumble rap. Very clear lines. Drake, not mumble rap. Kendrick Lamar, not mumble rap. This Snoop clip. What is a Snoop clip?
Yeah, so it's always going to be something new. When a person decides to be themselves, they offer something no one else can be.
Yeah, because once you be you, who can be you but you?
Right.
That's what's wrong right now. Everybody trying to rap the same style with the, I don't know who created it, if it was Future or Migos, but all them niggas sound the same. I said, nigga had me in the studio one night trying to do that shit. I'm like, man, cut this shit off. What the fuck am I in here doing, nigga? I don't rap like that.
He said, what the fuck you got me doing?
This shit, it's addictive. This shit'll get you. You hear that shit every...
Oh God, what we got a clip? What we got a clip about?
This shit is addictive. This shit'll get you. You hear that shit every...
Oh, I hear myself. What's 50 Cent first mumble rap? Oh God, Ty's messy. Ty's about to get me lined up with 50 Cent. Oh my God. W clip. You know, you're kind of right about 50, like his flow though. Yeah, I mean, but you could still understand every word that he was saying though. It was very clear what he was saying. That was the genius about it, is that all his lines were fucking clear. So I'm just gonna contradict that clip. No, the funniest thing is that Ari Spears impersonation where he's talking about like, I'm just a computer tech. I'm a computer tech. Like he's saying just 50 Cent with glasses. He just puts on glasses and just says what he is, and that's what the character is. I'm a computer tech. Damn, we got clips. Sheesh. Yeah, cause that was the whole thing. Delivery was like a big part of rap. Like, you know, a lot of the best rappers had just where the delivery was a really big part of it. How you said the lines, like the actual bars. Like you could have a good rap song and the beat wasn't that good, but it's just what they were saying. That doesn't exist anymore. If you can't have a good song with a whack beat nowadays, it's not a thing. You cannot have a good song with a whack beat. It's not a thing. People don't care about the lyrics anymore. What was trippy is when they flipped all that fucking Will Smith music and everyone was like talking shit, and then they added like newer beats on it and it sounded crazy. That's what happened with accountability. Dead ass. Got a new beat. I'm a computer tech. Let me watch this clip. Sheesh. Ty's trying to get me lined up.
He's a little drama. You know who's really like the originator of that, and we don't know if that's just how the way he talks or not, but 50, right? Is 50 the first mumble rapper? Locally, right? Because he was doing a different sound. That was supposed to be on some like would-be down south kind of, I don't even know what. He was switching up his style, but I still don't know what 50's style was switched to. He was kind of the first rapper to say shit like, miss the words together and shit, so that could be an early mumble rapper. Or it was more like swag based and like trying to get every syllable in it, like Eminem, just trying to make every word just so clear. Even Jay-Z's very clear in his delivery.
Yeah, I just ended up sounding drunk. I'm 24 and listening to NWA. The talent from that era is mind blowing. How are you 24 and listening to NWA? Like, how do you even? Is it your parents? Like, how do you even get into that? Because I'm significantly older than you, and I am not into NWA at all. Not that I don't like it, I just never found me. Oh, but you might be like one of those like YNs that's like or whatever YCs, young Canadians. That's you found out about it from the movie or something, which is a fair place to jump in. I'm not gonna lie. Be right back. Hold that thought. You can reply in the chat. We got YCs in the chat. We got young Canucks in the chat. We got my boy Clifford back because he wanted to come and hang out on his own. So we turned the light on. He said, the movie a few years back. I lived that NWA era, says BKS. True Unk comment. Diablo Mix says, yeah. BX Experience says, rappers didn't just write songs, they wrote skits. LOL. Yeah, I feel like skits is a lost art. Like, if your album didn't have skits on it, like, that is not the same thing. Now it's like, your album has skits, that's cringe. It's weird. How times have changed. Skits were the best part. Yo, you know what album had the best skits? Or not really the best skits, but some of my favorite skits? Fuji's The Score album has some good ass skits. Skits and schemes, interludes. Remember the interlude? Like, what the fuck even is that? I do miss skits though, and I know people still will like go back and do some skits nowadays. Who had Drewski on that last album? Who was that? Was that who had Drewski on that last album? Was it DDG? No, it was I forgot now. Who had Drewski on the album? It wasn't Cardi. I can't remember. True Snoop's first album was all skits, right? Bow Wow was on that shit, right? 24 is crazy to know about all this shit. I'm not gonna lie. This is very impressive. Slick Rick was notorious for that, right? Indeed, the Fugees. That shit, the Chinese food restaurant, that skit, that shit was crazy. 50 Cent, The Score had good skits on there. I mean, not The Score. I'm sorry, not The Score. Get Rich or Die Trying. Why did I say The Score? That's weird. Uncle Ricky, could you read a bedtime story? Oh yeah, I mean that's okay. Yeah, that's quintessential skits. Yeah. Yo, who had fucking Drewski on that last album? I can't remember. It was like a big thing. I can't remember. I did an album called Snowball Therapy, and you know what's crazy about my Snowball Therapy album? I have doing skits on Snowball Therapy. I have C King, the comedian that does like the Denzel impersonation, who's like famous now. And he's on Wild 'N Out. I have C King, an early C King before he was famous, doing Dave Chappelle impersonation on my album Snowball Therapy. Like, crazy. Like, I've known this dude for a long ass time. I only met him once really, but he did the intros for free. Like, Snowball Therapy. C King, the famous impersonator comedian, went viral and famous for a Denzel impersonation. See, you know who I'm talking about. You know who C King is. You know who C King is. Snowball Therapy, I swear to God. I don't even know if that album is like, I feel like it's on YouTube, but it might. Let me see, because there's some shit on there, but literally. Christian King, I'm not gonna lie. You can look around and find it. I don't know if you can find the whole album, but maybe somewhere. Maybe on Bandcamp or something. Somewhere is around. It's around. There's different pieces you can find here and there, but as far as the interludes, that's a good question. But it's true. We will go over it one day. Damn, I'm out of elk, but it's all good. He said Drake, The Weeknd show, and Snow Informer is the best candidate I could do for hip hop. Sorry. Drake, okay. The Weeknd. Informer. That's more like reggae, right? What about Tory Lanez? What about damn, that's all I got too. What's the one dude? Is it K Camp? Is that his name? Not K Camp. What's his name? Who does Renegade? No, that's K Camp. So is it Cardinal? Cardinal Official. Yeah, Cardinal Official. Well, that's more like reggae too, right? Damn. There's some other people. You got Justin Bieber. If you're gonna count Snow, you gotta count Justin Bieber. He doesn't really rap, but he's from Canada. You gotta count top 5. He's technically a rapper. Mercules. I'm surprised Drake doesn't have more artists, but it's probably hard to like compete with his wave if you actually know him. Wouldn't that make sense if like Drake should just like come out with like the hardest like G-Unit-esque like crew and just kill it with like Canadian cats? That'd be, or not even Canadian, just kind of do like what Wayne did with like Young Money, but just like Drake. I mean, he probably tried in different ways. Party Next Door, Smiley. If he just made like a super group, Party Next Door, Smiley, Drake, and like Block Boy JB or some shit, that shit could kind of pop. I'm not gonna lie. But the only thing is that people like short songs. People don't want to listen to like 7-minute songs like that anymore. People want to watch like a fucking 1.5-minute video and be cool with that. The only person that could put out long ass songs like that is Kendrick Lamar. Or maybe Drake if he does like a 2-part song, but even still, it's not gonna be 7 minutes. People don't want to hear that shit. People want that song to be done in 1.5 to 2 minutes and be out. Who else is a good rapper from Canada? Let's see if I can look up on this list. I don't know a lot off top, but let's see who I actually know when I type in Canada's top rappers. Drake, Classified, Mitchie Me, Cardinal Official, Tory Lanez, Nav. I didn't realize he's Canadian. Really? I never knew that. Yeah, Nav is big. Bucket 65, Socrates, Kanon. That's who I was thinking of before. Honey Cocaine, Killy, Preem, Jazz Cartier, KOS, Belly. I didn't know Belly's Canadian. Roy Woods, Rima Major, Maestro Fresh West, Dax. I did not know Dax was Canadian, but now that I think about it, he looks Canadian. No offense by that. He just seems like a different type of gentleman. Is he really Canadian? Wow. Just like, he seems just different. It's like, what is the, I was trying to figure it out what it is about him, but it's that he's just from a different country. Oh, Pressa. How do you not mention Pressa? Javier Mighty, BBNOS, Eternia, Tommy Genesis, Pressa, Choclair, Night Lavelle, Shad, Mad Child, Mercules, I said Mercules, Sunreal, Northside Benji, Party Next Door, I didn't realize he was Canadian either, Rich Kid, Sean Leon, Noah 23, DCC, Smiley, I didn't know Smiley was Canadian either. Oh, wow, he low key. Drake does have the little Canadian super team. Candace Weapon, Solitaire, McEnroe, 6'2", Bishop, Dylan Ponders, JD Era, Def 3, Derek Wise, Baka Not, Nice, Jay Wish, Fry, Pat Stay. Oh, rest in peace, Pat Stay. Jeez, damn. More than I thought. Snow, what the fuck? Right, that's crazy. Like, you're 24, you're more like 124. The fuck? You're like 64 if you remember Snow. But you never know how it is in Canada. That might be like their jam that they still play. That might be like our Chris Brown with you. You know what I mean? We're just gonna play at some point. Or like Chris Brown Run It. We're just gonna play. Or like what's a song by Next? Too Close. It might be like they're Too Close by Next. Or it's just gonna play. It could be their Candy Rain. That Jim Carrey spoof on Snow is Wild. Yeah. That shit's hilarious. Man, and Live in Color, man. I'm surprised that there's not another in Live in Color. That basically in Live in Color is like TikTok nowadays. Even like black memes is not. Remember how prominent like Black Vine, early Black Instagram was? Like those skits. You don't really see skits the same way you used to back in the day. Snow is famous because he's like Canada's Vanilla Ice. Gotcha. He's still popping, huh? Oh, look at Bobo now. Is that what he's actually saying in that song, in the former song? Informer, now. Isn't an informer a snitch? Informer. That's crazy. I gotta go to Canada and see, like, they're probably playing that song on the radio every day. That's like, this is our guy. Still a decent list. From my list that I just mentioned, though, obviously Drake is number one by far. Not by, well, sure. I've heard of Mitchie Me. Cardinal Official, heard. Tory Lanez, of course. Nav. Kanon. Belly. Roy Woods. Dax. Pressa. Pressa's pretty famous, I'm not gonna lie. Mercules was famous because of that fucking shit with Rick Ross. And shout out Willie Brody, who definitely knows Tyrone. They came up in Joe Picture this show. Willie Brody and Tyrone was a part of that shit. Party Next Door, huge. Smiley has records with Drake. I consider him big. And Baka Not Nice, because, you know, we've heard of Baka Not Nice. And Pat Stay, mostly because he passed away, but if you know him, you know him. But I feel like he kind of gained most of his national recognition due to, as far as here, you know, maybe in Canada people are fucking with him, but we've more or less heard about him as a headline, which you kind of, rest in peace, Pat Stay. Rest in peace. Who did I say earlier? Rich Homie Quan. We said a couple people that I fully can't remember, but it's all good. So Canada's Vanilla Ice, which is an interesting thing, because maybe Canada values snow more than America values Vanilla Ice. Though Vanilla Ice is rich as fuck. So you can only celebrate that guy. He's rich as fuck. He flipped that shit. Vanilla Ice. Doom 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 da da doom 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 da da doom doom. That's like one of the first songs I remember in life is Ice Ice Baby, just because of the exact age that I am. One of the first songs I remember is Ice Ice Baby. Another song I remember is I Wanna Sex You Up. I remember that song, and I remember I Want Money, lots and lots of money. I want it up to the sky. I wanna be rich. I remember that shit early on too. Shit like that. And a lot of songs, like even like SWV songs, I remember like that shit early on in my life. Yeah. No, I said it just like you're thinking he's kind of a joke, famous for one song, right? Oh, okay, he's like the running meme. Yeah, no, I mean, exactly. Like, I'm sure. I wonder if Vanilla Ice is in like the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame or some shit. If they just got to do it. How you go from fake reggae to R&B? Wait, did he start doing R&B, or are you saying like that's what his genre was? It was like some fake reggae R&B shit. Cause I didn't know he had more records outside of that one. He's got to have at least one banger that people are sleeping on, though. At least, if that's the case. People thought he was black till the music video came out. Snow. Yeah. People were for fucking with the record, and then they were like, "Oh hell no!" Oh. You know, it's crazy. Like something will sound the right way in your head when you listen back. You're like, "Damn," but it's like,
No.
you know. Now you want from Snow to Color Me Bad. Oh. People thought he was, but oh yeah. How you go from? No, that's just what I heard. Is it not the same era of time? I was just saying, like, I don't necessarily remember the Snow song. I don't not remember it. I remember the idea of it. Like, you know, black people don't really pay attention to lyrics like that. It's more like the humming of it, the melody. Like, we don't even know the lyrics. We just know how it sounds. Like, that's like one difference I've noticed between black people and other races. Like, some people, they'll pull up the lyrics and be looking at that shit. Like, I'm like, damn, just enjoy this song, bro. They'll be like, damn, just hear it a couple times and then go look at the lyrics. They want to look at the lyrics the first time. It's like, oh no. Remember Cardinal Official when he was Canadian? He was Canadian, yeah. Is that not the same era though? Color Me Bad and Snow? I'm talking like 1991, 1990. Remember Criss Cross? Kind of. Were you saying remember like you remember? Kind of like that Jump song. I love 90s hip hop. Yeah, I definitely remember Criss Cross. It's actually Chris with a K, but I definitely. So maybe you are young. Criss Cross was fire because they had everybody wearing their clothes backwards. I did that shit. Like I remember being like I was probably like 5 or 6, and I remember like kids were wearing their clothes backwards, and it wasn't every kid because your parents just aren't gonna let you do dumbass shit. But once in a while, you'd be a kid and you see the kid with the clothes backwards, and it's like the Leonardo DiCaprio meme where he's pointing at the TV. Like it was that, and that shit was fire at the time. It was like the type of thing you like as a kid do, and you like go in the bathroom, you flip your jeans around real quick, like on some rebellious shit. But that was the coolest shit to happen in that year, and that was probably around 1990, I think. Ty, how old were you when the Criss Cross boom hit, and what year was it? Let's see, because you probably had a slightly sharper memory than me at the time, because you're a little bit older than me at the time. So you probably were like, either you were like 12 or something and thought it was cool, or you were like 13 and thought that shit was corny. I just remember that shit being everything at the time. And that was like a good, I want to say that was like a good 2 to 3 months of time that trend lasted. I don't think it was like the whole year. It might have been the whole year, but I think, but like even that being three months of that was like a crazy promo run. don't remember the year. I was in middle school when I got Twist. They called me Crisscross. So you were right in the pocket with it. I swear it was like 1990. I'm gonna say 1990 or 1991. I'm pretty sure. Cause like I feel like ABC was out, like Another Bad Creation was out, and Crisscross was out at the same time. Jump is a crazy song though. Jump, jump. And what's crazy, it was like that jump song, and then there's Jump Around by what, House of Pain. And I think there might have even been like one more jump song too, at the time. And then what, like Crisscross was like Baby Naughty by Nature. So like Crisscross samples, doom, doom. When I Had You to Myself, I Want You Back by Jackson 5. And then Naughty by Nature sampled, I'd have to look it up. I don't know off top. Before that was Kid from Kid and Play. You're right. The only thing bigger than Crisscross during that era was Kid and Play. And kids today will never, and kids just slightly younger will never know, will understand why Kid and Play was just, yeah, OPP. What is OPP sample? Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, it samples Went to School to Learn, Girl. It samples ABC. Oh no, then is Jump by Crisscross ABC, or is it I Want You Back? Because it's the same sample as that Nipsey's in the House. But kids will never know what it felt like to watch a house party VHS tape at your house with your cousins. It's just like such a different time. When Kid and Play were literally, I don't even know how old they were in real life at the time, or in how old they were supposed to be in the movie, but it just felt like they were like the ultimate. Like the fact that people had high top fades is weird because people kind of have it now, but like imagine it not being 2000 something and people having that haircut. Just like what, you know what I mean? It's not like people see it on TikTok and decide to do it, and it's like a whole cultural movement at the time. It was called The Box. I don't know. It was a different time. I never had a box though. I always wished I had a box, but I never had one. Damn, I wanted a box. It's too late now. Remember when Diddy had the box recently? Remember when Tyler had the box recently? That sounds kind of crazy. The box haircut. What song did OPP sample? OPP, Naughty, sample. ABC by Jackson 5, right? And let's see what Crisscross. Crisscross Jump sample. I Want You Back, yeah, there we go. And it samples OPP, which is crazy. You down with OPP? Yeah, you know me. Who down with OPP? Yeah, every last one. What does OPP stand for? Other people's property? Or is it stand for something else? Maybe I was told that as a kid. Maybe it stands for something else. What'd you think of the Will Smith attempted comeback? We were just actually talking about this tonight, low key. Will Smith. I basically, whatever I'm going to say is probably going to echo whatever someone else said. The Will Smith comeback. I feel like Will Smith has so much money, or allegedly does, that I think that the one video that I saw, I feel like Will Smith almost has to do the video thing for it to be like, oh, catchy now, because he did that one shit with Big Sean, and I thought that concept was dope, the whole Matrix thing. Where Will Smith, I'm not gonna say where he went wrong because he's still Will Smith, but like he should have he did Will Smith like how Will Smith would do it in the 90s. And music has changed. Music used to be It could be it could be anything. It could be raw. It could be performative. It could be conceptual. It could be comedic. It could be theatrical. Whatever. Now, people only care about authentic music. So people want to hear you diss August Alsina with some August bars that makes it seem like it's a month, but it's a double entendre. We want that. People want the drama. People want that in the music. We want to hear the vulnerable story. And I didn't listen to the album, so maybe there are some vulnerable songs, but we want to hear about the relationship shit with Jada. We want to hear about your upbringing. We want to hear the vulnerable shit. We want to hear you cussing. We want to hear you talking about the time you smoked weed for the first time, but it wasn't for you. Shit like that. We want to hear about it. We want to hear about you slapping. He did kind of like touch on the like slapping Chris Rock thing, but it's like we want some bars, like bars, like some messy shit. And I think that's where maybe the mark was mixed. But then I was saying before, also in the stream, that people, when they paired it with different production, it came off a little different too. So maybe it was the production. So what he should do is he should lean into that, how people were doing that, and like re-release the album like a deluxe with different beats or something, because he can. He's gonna get the views. He's already famous enough. So that would be my suggestion, is to try something different. But what do I think about it? I think that anybody that still has the passion to rap and make music into their, however old he is, 50 or 60, I'm not sure how old he is. I just respect that, just period. You know what I'm saying? I wish he would have like consulted Jaden just to see what he thinks. If Jaden has the answers, maybe he doesn't. I would have loved to see Jaden on the album, and Willow. I think people would have gravitated more because of that, not because they're anything that they're superior, but just it's a cool story. Features, I think if he would have collaborated with some people and got some different production. But I honestly didn't listen to it, so I can't really say. But the freestyles, people were cutting them up. Action star, you get what he's doing. It's just kind of like that type of thing would be like funny maybe in person, but like on the records, just music, hip hop just got so fucking serious. Like it just, even my music like from years ago, it's like some of it's more like, I don't even know what the word is, theatrical, campy or whatever. And like at the time it made sense, but like even like if you go back to like some of Eminem's music, it's not gonna like stand the test of time because it just got super serious and cool, whereas you could have a couple records that were kind of like weird or funny, but but some of them do hold up. Think about like Afro Man, Cause I Got High. It still holds up, but it almost does become a meme in a way too, but it still kind of holds up. So that's all I can say about his music. I wish him the best, and what I would say is just do another one. Don't take it as a thing. Do another one and literally take every criticism that people gave from you and do another one and just literally just take everything people said and just make a crazy ass album. That's what I would say. Good recap. It was corny. Wish he went harder. Damn, the chat is maybe he, I've been trying to think of like who's like the best like oldest rapper who's like puts out shit that's like incredible still. I think Jadakiss is probably the best oldest rapper as far as his product that he puts out. It's still very listenable. It's still of the culture. It's still quality. I think Jadakiss puts out better music than Eminem at this point. I think Jay-Z can still make a good record. Kanye is up there in age. He makes good records. Snoop can pull one out. And then it's like, who's older, but we just forget that they're older. That might be... I feel like E40 is underrated for what he's able to do. Fat Joe. Ice Cube makes pretty good records still nowadays. Nas can still make a good record, I'm not gonna lie. The Game, he's not that old, but he'll still pop out with one. And you're like, oh shit, okay, The Game. Outcast, that shit is still amazing. Andre 3000 is still nice. I'm not gonna lie, he's still nice with it. Ice Cube, yeah, I just said that one. Ice Cube, he has some good records. I'm not gonna lie, and I don't know if it was 25 or 24, but he has. It might have been 25. He has some good records that actually did shit. That actually went out. Ice Cube always does well though. Yeah, that's where I'm. Yeah, and, I mean, if I didn't say Eminem, I said it and indirectly, like, but I haven't. Yeah, I'm not even. I'll never diss Eminem. He's too good to diss. He has good raps. His raps are always on point. And I hope that that's all he cares about is the raps, because he's phenomenal. And then it's like, what's older? You know what I mean? I feel like Kanye's like the youngest, oldest. Because then we got to start saying like the 40-year-old. Method Man is a good rapper. Rick Ross is a good rapper. Holy Cube is almost 60. Check Yourself is one of my all-time favorites. Exactly, almost 60, right? No, that one song, I don't even know what the song is actually called. You can do it, put your back into it. I can do, that shit, or whatever the uncensored version is. That's a crazy record. Snoop has a lot of good records, but like the ones that are creating them now. Yeah, we can say Redman. We can say Redman. I was thinking that. We can say Redman. He's still a great rapper. Jim Jones is a great rapper. Jim Jones actually has records. I was gonna say Jim Jones. I just don't know how old he is. Yeah, Redman is still great. Yeah, I was just thinking. Does Eric Sermon? Yeah, Eric Sermon is hard actually. He can still rap. DMX I would have put up there, but I'm talking about people that have put out recent records, and people still do make records, but like, do they go? But it's like, yeah, what do I see? From down south, Gucci Mane is still a good rap. I don't know how old Gucci Mane is, but T.I. can still rap. I haven't heard anything that recent. Yeah, rap is weird, in a weird place. Flavor Flav is crazy. The Def Squad, Flavor Flav, sure. Throw him up there. Flavor Flav is out of pocket though. Who else? I think we named all the best ones. I believe Boosie can still rap. Boosie's not that old though, but Boosie is older than me, and he can still rap. I think Kanye is the best oldest rapper at this point. Kanye's what, like fifth? No, Kanye's like 49, some shit like that. How old is Kanye? He might be 50 something. How old is Kanye? Kanye West age. 48. Okay, Kanye's still a young man. A young man. But he is competing on a high level though, so you kind of have to count him, and you have to consider his age. 2 Chainz is 40 something, and 2 Chainz is nice. How old is 2 Chainz age? 47. Okay. Big 47 in the chat. Big 47 in the chat. Leave a 1 in the chat if you're 47. Nah, that's a good age. That's Wayne. How old is Wayne? Wayne is not that. Wayne is what, 44? No, Wayne is 45. 42. Wow, Lil Wayne is young as fuck still. How is Lil Wayne still 42? Wow, me and Lil Wayne are not that far in it. What the hell? I always thought Wayne was so much older than me. Me and Lil Wayne are not that far in age. I'm not gonna lie. Kid Cudi not really rap, I guess though. Oh yeah, Cudi's still Cudi. How old is Cudi? Cudi's like 39, right? Maybe 40. No, maybe Cudi's 41. Yeah, 41. But I'm talking about active who put out. I'm sure Cudi put out some music that we just don't know. But because then if we start talking about 40-year-old rappers, I think J. Cole is 40. I think Drake is 39. Or not yet. He's probably 38 still. But there's other people we're not thinking of though that have records. Even Styles P is still nice at rapping. They can all still rap. Fragile Star can still rap. Fat Joe, I would say, is a pretty good top tier rapper considering his age. Let's see how old Fat Joe is. He's got to be, is he like 50, right? No, yeah, he's got to be up there. Fat Joe's been around for a minute. 55. The fact that Fat Joe is 55 and he did that song with Dre, not Dr. Dre, but that dude Dre. I'm gonna he was super real. Shout out to FQD 35 Ship Fi for the follow on kick. Appreciate you. Too Short, that's a great example. Too Short is a good one. That's a great example. Too Short is still active. 59 years old, almost 60 years old. That Too Short might be one of the best, oldest rappers. How old is E40? I feel like he's similar age. E40. 57. Yeah, he's 2 years younger than Too Short. That's what's up. He's Too Short or Too Short. Damn, we've been on for 2 hours and 42 minutes. How does this happen? How does this happen? I'm not complaining though. Too Short is pretty active, I'm not gonna lie. DMX, I feel like he would have been active. Yeah, it's weird. Music's in a weird place. There has not been a breakout male rapper in a long time. If you really, really think about it, who is a new... There's people that have a hit and they get on, but like there's never... I feel like almost like the Baby was like the last big new rapper. There's probably somewhere after that as far as male, because you got like Glorilla and shit like that. Lotto emergent, even though she was around. You know what I'm saying? Things of that nature. But there hasn't been like, this is the best music theory stream I've seen on Twitch. Word W. Oh, shit, I'm gonna pin that one. You got me fucked up. Appreciate you, Diablo. Who is the last breakout male artist since the Baby, Lil Baby, Gunna era? Who is it? Because who is it? They put up a Doja Cat before that, and this is no offense to the female artist, but I'm just curious to, because it's not even that like, it's just like I feel like hip hop is a male dominated genre, so it's like there has to be a song. You can't be listening to like twerk music as your anthem. There's gotta be something. And it's like we got Not Like Us. But like what was another big banger that was like, I mean, you know, you got like shit like What the Helly, I guess. You got but even that is like you don't really, yeah, it's kind of like, what's that guy's name? Rob 49 whatever. I'm not sure what his name is, but Rob something in a 9. But we don't really like see him though. You just hear the song, and if you know, you might follow him and know what he looks like. But you don't. If somebody had a big song like What the Helly, back in the day, you would know that that artist would be everywhere, and I'm sure he is if you look. But like, you kind of got to go out of your way to like know who that guy is. It's not like put in your face the same way. Appreciate you. Okay, so now we're saying people that are older but just still good at rapping. Because if we go down that list, yes, of course, Royce da 5'9". I love Royce da 5'9". He's one of my favorite rappers of all time. And Vogue is good shit too on the female side. Yo, you're one of those like young hipster dudes that's like only listening to like old school music. That's fire. That's funny as fuck. In Vogue, don't let go. Yeah, that song is if you ever listen to the instrumental for that song, Don't Let Go, you'll be confused as fuck. So if we're talking about rappers that are still good but old, what about Lloyd Banks? What about Fabulous? Ooh, Fabulous. Fab needs to be on that list. Fab, I think, is the best oldest, besides like maybe Jadakiss. F-A-B. Oh yeah. F-A-B-O-L-O-U-S. 47. Fab is the best. Fab and Jadakiss. I would say, if you put them on a record, you're gonna get and Rick Ross too. Rick Ross too. Rick Ross is nice. Let's see how old Rick Ross is. Rick Ross is very nice. 49. So Rick Ross is 49. Fabulous is 47, and Jadakiss is 50. It might be Kiss. I'm not gonna lie. So then you have to put Kiss next to Jay-Z, because Jay-Z can still go. Jay-Z is 55. So it might be Jay-Z, and let's see how old Eminem is. 52. Damn, these niggas are old as fuck. Not respectfully, I'm just kidding. So 50, 52, and 55. It might be Jay-Z. If we're really doing that. Who's older, Jay-Z or Nas? I think Jay-Z's older than Nas. Or they're the same age. Nas is only 51. Wow, Jay-Z's 4 years older than Nas. Wow, how did I not know that? LL Cool J. Okay. Yo, I was jacking some of that LL Cool J project. I'm not gonna lie, but the internet just tore it to shreds. He was doing some freaky shit. I'm not gonna lie. The visuals on point. That's what Will Smith should have did with the visuals. What LL did with his visuals, that's what Will Smith should have did. LL's album, I was fucking with it. I'm not gonna lie. He had a song with like Eminem and shit, and it was like, it was good. It was cool because it was cool to hear LL rapping on that. Like caliber. I don't want to use that word because it sounds like just like rapping on that, because LL is just more like a laid back vibe, you know. So to hear him rapping on like a up type of thing, I don't want to say like trying to keep up with Eminem because that sounds like disrespectful, but I mean it is what it is. Everybody has to keep up with Eminem. He's a person to be kept up with. So it was cool to see that shit, you know, to see him. It's kind of like no rapper can rap quite like I can. LL, my goat, Rakim. Yeah, Rakim can still rap. And you know who's nice too, who could still pull off some bars, is KRS-One. KRS-One can still rap. He's probably the oldest one out of all of them. He can still rap. Like as a like a live MC. Nah, he can still make a good record. He can still make it with the right. He can still make a good record. That's gonna be impactful. He could still make a banger right now that would resonate and win like a Grammy. He could still somehow pull that off. Probably, yeah. Rakim, I don't know if he could do it. Rakim could do it just because people would just be so interested. Yo, remember Rakim on Thinking of a Master Plan? What was that R&B song? Was it Truth Hurts? Featuring Rakim? That record is crazy. Is it contagious? She's so contagious. Let me Google before I say things. Yup. Yeah, that was a good callback to Rakim. That record. That was a great callback to Rakim. That was like, man, that's a banger right there. I don't know how like someone from those eras would like fit in. So I remember when Nas did that record with Lil Nas X, because I think it was Rodeo. There's like multiple versions of that record. One with maybe Cardi B and one with Nas. I think it's Rodeo. And Nas on that shit, and he was like, nah, 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 nah. It was like that like current like drill sound at that time, and that shit was hard because he was saying some shit, and I was like, oh okay. So I wish we saw more of Nas, but it's kind of like, yeah, like Nas and Coyle Ray should do a song or something, just something random. I think that should be hard. Oh, Busta Rhymes, we gotta say Busta Rhymes. We gotta say Busta Rhymes. Busta Rhymes is low key younger than you might think he is too, which was surprising. Let's see how young he is. 53. Okay. He's okay, but maybe I checked that a couple years ago. Yeah. Busta Rhymes, I think, is still an animal with the pen. Still an animal. Cassidy. How old is Cassidy? He's a little bit younger, but he's up in the upper unk category. He could be a grandfather if he started young. 43. No, Cassidy's young too. Cassidy's the same age as Lil Wayne. That's wild. Coolio was dope. Yeah. Coolio was Coolio was that guy. Wow. Yeah, Coolio, he was up there. I mean, there's still people that can spit like all around though. Like, there's still a lot of spitters. Keith Murray. Yeah, I know Keith Murray can still spit. He be trying to battle and shit still. Remember that cannabis battle with where he put out the Notebook? Who was he battling? They called it the Notebook. Who was he battling? Hold on. That was crazy. The Notebook. Paris was under the radar. Oh, Disaster. Oh, that was against Disaster? Wow. Disaster became like a No Jumper host at one point. That's interesting. What's that, EPMD? I never really got into that shit, but I fuck with Keith Murray though. Just like music. Oh, that's your intro song, right, Ty? Shit, I didn't even think of that. Let's say like peace to Keith Murray. Oh, shout out to Dello. What the fuck? Dello PJ. No, that does not say that. It says Del OP John Roll on Kick. Yeah, hell yeah. Didn't Keith Murray, what was that? Remember they did like a Rapper's Delight remix? It was like Keith Murray and like some other people on that shit. Yeah, yeah. Diablo Mix is tapped in for a 24-year-old. He might really be 34. He might be playing the game with us. Would still be kind of young to know some of that shit though. Wow, 5 minutes away from the 3-hour mark. That feels cool. I didn't know what today was gonna be. Today was definitely good vibes on the stream. If you're viewing and you're not followed, which I think most people probably are, if you're not, tap in, follow. Might as well be a subscriber too. I'll appreciate it. But yeah, I don't even know what my YouTube numbers are. I'm just living on a prayer, you know? Just Mad Monday is crazy, I put. Yeah, shout out Diablo Mix 333. So Diablo Mix, while we're still here, while you're still here, what why did you choose the devil motif in your name? I'm just curious. Because I'm not going to say I used to play with devils because that sounds crazy, but I used to play with that motif when I was younger. No, I really am. I was raised on 90s Gorilla Funk. Okay. So, but again, what made you, what got you into like the whole devil thing? Is it just like a fun username to use? You just like the dark side? Have you ever tapped into that world, or is it just fun for you? Because I used to just do it for fun. I used to play with the whole angel devil thing, like the duality, the different sides of it. And sometimes you're just in some devil mode, so I totally get it. I was just curious. I don't even know what 90s Gorilla Funk is. Let me look that up so I'm not just like glazing over it. So I can get an example. 90s Gorilla Funk. Hold up. Oh, yeah. Yeah, like some West Coast shit. Now my name is because I was in Diablo, the game. Then it sucked and I moved to Path of Exile. I see you're gaming on Diablo. Get it. And then so the 333 is like, I'm in it, but I'm not really. I got you, my guy. That makes sense. It's just all fun and games. I get you. Shit. Yeah, that devil shit is weird though. Anyway, I don't want to really get into that, but I used to really. It's weird that I stopped doing that because I was really into that shit recently. Not like actual devil shit, but just the idea of a demon I'm a demon, you know, that type of thing. I wonder if that might even still be in my. No, I think I removed that from my Instagram profile. I had like, it was like half angel, half demon type of thing. Just meaning like that sometimes I'm. Yeah, I took that out, I guess. Sometimes I'm crazy, sometimes I'm not. Let's check on the stats. Check on the Kemet stats. Follow kemetcomic.com as well for your updates. Anyway. It has been, we got about 20 minutes. Do I call it here, Ty? Go on for a little bit on YouTube? Pre-show, just to see. Yo, Diablo Mix, and anybody else that's on, especially Delop, John Roll, and FQD 35 Shepfi, and YNU 7OMS, and Jamal Ginsburg, and Lisa Brooks. Mostly Diablo Mix. Follow me on, or subscribe to me, I mean, on YouTube. It should be my same profile icon, a little character, cartoon character. Follow me on YouTube. I might get off here and do the YouTube vertical post show just for a little bit. I don't know. I kind of feel like I'm good with this stream, but I kind of do want to do it because it's been bringing in views. Yeah, if you chat over there, that'd be dope. I'm not gonna lie. And I'll go online. I'll start the stream like now. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. Appreciate it. Yeah, this was a W stream. I'm not gonna lie. This was a fun stream. I like when people are chatting and it doesn't have to be a ton of people, but we just get it cracking. So I'm gonna call this one. And so we'll see if we can get more people in the stream. I don't know if Ty's still there. He might not. You can test the waters. Yeah, unless you want to set yours up and we go on yours. Either way, or I'll just test the waters. I'll say, but if you want to go, let me know, and I don't mind either way. 87. Hold, give me 1 second. Day 87. Oh nope, not I. That's cool. Let me know though. Day 87, part 2. I don't have any more elk though. Wish I had some more. Day 87, part 2. We'll say the aftermath. Since we're talking about music. I'm just trying to create a little narrative online, you know. Yeah, let's do that. Next. No, it's not made for kids. All right, so I'm going on vertical right now on YouTube. 4 a.m. here, gonna sleep. Nice meeting y'all. All right, make sure you subscribe on YouTube. I'm on there now if you want to leave a message or chat before you go to sleep. If not, it's all good. Appreciate you, Diablo Mix. But we're live on vertical on YouTube right now. And we'll stay on here for a little bit just to see if we can. What I'll try to do is try to push to that VOD, so I can even keep this one brief to push to the VOD. We're currently simulcasting on 2 YouTube streams at the same time, as well as Kick and Twitch. It's been 3 hours. Here, let's call this one. Appreciate you guys tapping in. Appreciate you people on Kick just tapping in for the fuck of it. Appreciate everybody on Twitch tapping in. I'm gonna end my streams and I'm gonna go only to vertical. Diablo Mix, if you want to, what is this? If you want to leave a chat on YouTube before you go, or leave a like. Oh God, you already put a clip up? Oh my God. I'm cooked, chat. That's what's up. www.w.com. Nice meeting you for real though, Diablo Mix. Definitely come back. I do this every day. And, you know, we out. All right, I'm gonna end this stream here. And come find me on YouTube Vertical. Go to my YouTube page and come say what's up so I know you're here.